And
Oh God.
I also used to be a competitive gamer,
We love the
but
Vim.
that might be coming back soon, maybe in the future. But yeah,
What
it's a little
kind
bit
of games do
about me.
you play competitively?
CS:GO,
Oh God.
Valorant, and like a few others.
Do you like to see the competitive scene?
I enjoy it a lot, but
Mm.
at the same time, it's like it's very difficult because there's thousands and upon thousands of people who want to like compete for the same exact position as you. So
Right.
it's
Right.
a, it's a hard career or job, but it's worth it. It's worth
Are
it in
you
the end.
like, are you like in the ranks?
I used to be like at like semi-pro level where it's like I was meeting like professionals and talking to them, and like I met like tons and tons of pros like Stewie 2K, Automatics,
Ah. Okay.
even
Okay.
Tens,
Damn.
the one on Valorant right now for Sentinels. So
Did
yeah,
you
that's
start it from
pretty.
like ESL? Did you start like ESL level and then like,
Uh, I
or
I
what's it called? I
started
can't remember. I think it's called ESL.
ESEA.
ESEA. That's what
ESEA
it's
was the
called.
one. Yeah,
ESEA.
yeah.
Mm.
That's where you
Did you
started.
But
ever play? You ever play like
no,
Halo?
I'm currently just like I'm just currently streaming, focusing on that. It's more important to me right now because like
Mm.
I want to build up my community and just, enjoy the time, meet new people like everyone here.
Have you
Mm.
been doing like mainly VRChat lately,
Yeah,
or do you
there's
go back
been
and forth?
no, just VR chat for like the time being until like I kind of like I want to like get on a team again, then I'll start streaming because it's more enjoyable to play with a team that has the same mindset and the same goals out of
Mm.
everyone. And at the
Mm.
same time, it's like when people come to watch for CS:GO stuff, they want to watch and learn. They're not there just to watch for the highlights. A lot of people are there to learn from teams and like improve. That's what like I'm
That
there
kind of reminds me
for.
of like
That's
Rainbow Six. Have you seen like competitive Rainbow Six? Like if you
yeah.
watch like R6 Siege games, like you just learn so much from like call outs and from like strategies and whatnot. And I
Yeah.
feel like CS:GO is kind of similar. Like you'll see like a lot of like what do you call it, like spawn nades and whatnot, like
Mhm.
smokes on like certain maps and whatnot. Or kind of like how they execute sites. I don't know if anyone like plays CS, but there's like a lot of like strategy when it comes to like it's a tactical shooter. Yeah, like, there's
Yeah.
tactical
And you
shooters and there's
like
like arcade shooters. Tactical's like one shot kill, and arcade's like long time to kill and like super fun, and
it
lots
used
of
to
like
be like
abilities.
you'd like look at a certain point on the wall and then throw your grenade and like you're pretty sure that it would land in a certain space at
Yeah.
like the right time and get like one or two people. Is it still like that?
Yeah,
And
it's
and like
yeah, it's still like that. And the cool
hmm.
part about it is that there's the maps are getting updated and changed every single like I don't know, every blue moon in a way. But
Mm.
we find new nade positions and like nade spawns and points where we take advantage of that and we actually don't tell anyone. Like I do have like a few tricks under my sleeve still on like a couple maps that are brand new and like it's actually great. It's wonderful.
Mm.
That it still works like that.
Well, Azzy the
Yeah,
competitive gamer, wow, freaking
That's cool.
CS:GO god over here. Jax,
Damn.
900 hours. We talked about this before the
Yes,
podcast.
900. It's literally
900, almost
921 right
there.
now.
Oh my God.
Almost there. 1,000 hours.
Are you nervous for
At
the
seven.
ending?
Bro, it's no. Actually, I'm not nervous. I actually am
Really?
excited for it.
Dude,
Yeah. I'm gonna be at
it's
shelter
the
when it
best
hits
feeling.
1,000.
It's
Yeah, I'm
literally
gonna
the
be at
best
shelter
feeling. Like
time.
I think just
Yeah,
because like
it's gonna be
you know that
crazy.
you like put so much work into it, and like when it all like kind of ends, all the emotions like kind of hit you all at once, and it's like
Yeah,
a
like
really
all
intense feeling.
the
It's a
just like
really
crazy
intense
times
feeling.
and achievements that we've like accomplished during 1,000 like hours. Just what it's like so crazy. It's been
Hmm.
5 weeks. No,
Have you looked back
6
at the
weeks
VOD
almost.
at all? Like look back
No,
at like
only
any old.
tiny bits. Only tiny bits. Like if I
Mm,
sleep or if I'm like if I like get too drunk or something, I'll
yeah.
look back at the VOD and see what happened.
Oh yeah,
But
no.
I
So,
haven't like rewatched it. I really want to rewatch it. I'm so excited to like see what happened.
yeah, I think after it's all done, it's kind of like it feels like a weight. It's like it's such a bittersweet feeling because it's like oh my gosh, like I can't believe I streamed for like 1,000 hours, holy hell.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah,
same
it'll
time,
be
like
weird not
obviously didn't
streaming.
stream it nearly as long as you did, but it still kind of has the same vibe. It's like even like a 24-hour
Yeah,
stream. You know,
I
like
mean,
streamers out there who just do 24-hour streams, like
yeah.
not like crazy stupid things that we do. But even then, it's like
Regular
it's like
streamer. Yeah. Well,
a,
because like
a
when
fi-
you do a 24, people usually stay awake for that.
yeah,
So
right,
that's like the
right.
achievement of it. Like staying awake for 24 hours is probably just as tough as
Yeah, no, I
streaming for
agree. I agree.
weekend.
What's your opinion on people who do 24-hour streams but then sleep during the 24-hour streams?
I mean, everybody has their like limits.
Right.
So I mean, I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus for having their own whatever they choose to do.
I've always called
I
it
think
not a
everyone
true
has their own.
24 hour. It's gotta
I
be
mean, it's
staying up for
technically
me.
not a true 24,
I
but
can't sleep during
Sleeping
24.
only.
it's good practice.
Sleeping only stream. Let's go.
Sleeping only.
It's technically not
Yeah.
a true, but like I mean, it's like a 12 hour is still valid. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Some people 12-hour
So
stream on the
it's just
reg, right? Like freaking.
it's just what you set your mind to. It's like I'm gonna
Jesus.
do a 24 and sleep. So that's
Mhm.
what your goal is.
Yeah, let's go for someone who
I'm not
streams
gonna-
2 hours a day. I stream 2 hours and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. That's just I don't know. That's just me. As you stream for like 2
Yeah.
hours too, right?
Yeah, I stream only for like 2 hours, and then I'm like, well, my trackers are dying.
Yeah, I just do it.
I
'cause
feel like
I don't know.
I feel like after 2 hours, I haven't like people like shuffle in for that first like 2 hours. You know what I mean? To the
Yeah.
stream.
Right.
So it
No, you're
starts
right. You're
popping
absolutely right.
At like 3 hours or so, and then
Mhm.
I'm like, oh dang, I gotta keep streaming. So usually my streams are like maybe like 3 to 5 hours, just because of
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Normal streams. I haven't done a normal stream in so long.
No, like oh yeah, you probably forgot what it's freaking like. It's almost been what's a month and a
Yeah.
half now? Almost a month and a half? Or is
Yeah.
it past that point? You started
Month and a half,
what
yeah.
what
A
date
month
did you
and a
start
week.
on? Or what date exactly did you start on?
February 11th or something
Jesus.
around there.
Good lord.
Yeah, so it's like about a
Yeah.
month and a half. It's insane. And I was
Like
like,
if you look, I was looking at the VODs and like the first one it says a month ago on it, which is ridiculous. Like if I didn't have pay for Turbo to have 2 months of past history VOD, whatever, it would be gone.
oh
It
my
would have streamed so long that the
gosh.
VOD would have disappeared by now.
Man, the highlight stream's gonna be like half a month long.
Oh my god.
I was
right?
also want to joke about doing a watch party of your VOD afterwards.
No, no.
Well, I really want to edit together like a YouTube video, like compilation.
That's a good idea. I think that's a good
If
idea.
I always say that I'll do that, so I don't want to do any guarantees, but I'm gonna try and do it.
hmm
So because I think it'd be really cool, like putting like I streamed for 6 weeks straight and slept in VR every night. Here's what happened.
Here's what
That's like
happened.
That's interesting. Here's what happened.
Yeah,
Here's
here's
how
what
I lived.
happened.
I didn't die. What
I
happened?
got on
One of those
VRChat.
videos.
Here's what happened.
Because I see that all the time on YouTube. It's like I put on a headset for 1,000 hours.
Don't you get
and here's
triggered
what
by those
happened.
titles though? Don't you like see them and you go, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I can hate it,
But,
man.
like,
I
actually,
danced
though,
in VRChat and this is what happened.
But that's the formula, right?
Yeah, but
it's
it's
like
like
really something
also,
really
like,
simple. Like I
yeah,
picked
but it's
up
like
a
the
banana
biggest
in
algorithm.
virtual
I
reality.
EMP'd in VR chat. Oh,
Yeah. That and like progression videos.
give me the banana.
Oh, you have the banana now.
Oh, yeah.
We've deemed those of you who don't know, we've deemed this banana
Thanks.
as the no ERP banana, and whoever has
The
the
lewd
banana has recently set a lewd topic. So this is the new ERP banana.
Stand up.
I like how it stands up.
I know what that.
Okay, all right, are we
Fully
getting
erect.
creepy?
It's fully erect.
I'm sorry.
Ah, Jesus Christ! So, so- I think going back to clickbait titles, I think like there are honestly a lot of people out there who like, and I feel like a lot of people that I watch have like clickbait titles, and it's like kind of like accepted that it's kind of a thing, and as long as you have something like relative to it, as long as it's included in the actual video, like I don't have a problem with it.
It's
I
like
guess.
a part of it.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Like
I've spent a lot of time like not to cut you off or anything.
no, you're good.
Like a lot of time like researching like what goes into like a good YouTube video that like engages people, and
Right.
a lot of it has to do with the thumbnail and the title. And like you can't just put the exact thing that's in the video because then people won't be intrigued. They'll be like, "Oh, that's just what that video is. I'll just watch it later."
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've learned.
It's
I'll
kind of
go
like
to the next video.
you gotta have it's like a cliffhanger, like a cliffhanger
Yeah,
in a story,
exactly.
and
You have to watch the video to
Yeah.
figure out like different.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. And that's the
How
point.
many times? It's like some guy on the left side, like going, "Oh," and then like whatever the
Pog
content is on the
face.
right.
Those are the
"Oh."
pog face.
Yeah.
No,
Just
there's
a big
nothing.
circle over something weird looking.
I think the word clickbait gets thrown around too much. Like immediately, if the video sounds interesting and doesn't show, doesn't like explain it fully in one sentence of a title, people instantly jump to the conclusion that it's like a clickbait title. But then it is on the opposite spectrum where the title is legitimately clickbait, where nothing is actually happening that's related to the title. Then that I understand.
That's
But the
real
whole like
clickbait, yeah.
this is what happened because I spent this much. That makes sense because they're just explaining, what happened through their adventure of doing that one thing. I've been watching a lot of workout videos recently because I don't know if you guys know, but I've been like really trying to lose weight. Like I've been eating like a crazy diet right now. I'm drinking these veggie shakes. I just had like some protein smoothie this morning. And I'm like fasting between 4 and like 11 now. Well, eating between 4 and 11. But I watch all these workout videos, and a lot of times they'll be like, "This diet will help you." So I'm like going through like the like absolute index of freaking clickbait titles all over the place where it's like this
Yeah,
1,500 calories is gonna make
especially
you
with like
cut
diet
instantly.
articles.
Yes,
Those are like
exactly.
that's when I think of clickbait. That's like what I think of.
Yeah, you'll see like
It's
you'll see like people on these diets, and then the 2 weeks from then they've changed their diet entirely. This is what I eat every morning, every day. You should try it. It's super easy to make, super delicious. But then you watch like the next video, and it's like, this is what I eat every morning, every single day. It's super delicious. You should try it. And I'm just like, which one do you eat?
Yeah, what?
So it's
Huh?
that's I don't know. I don't know if you guys have ever done like any kind of dieting things before?
Yeah, I used to back in high school actually.
What'd you do?
Um, so pretty much like, well, it wasn't the best diet, but it's more like I cut out like carbs. It was, what was it called? The keto diet or something like that?
Keto.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
I've
cut
heard of
out
that.
carbs entirely, and it was to lose weight for my position for football. And I
mm,
went down from like 180 pounds at the time all the way down to like 150 in 3 months
Holy
doing
cow.
that. But I also changed my body where I couldn't eat certain things anymore, and whenever I eat them, I feel like really sick afterwards. So that's why like it was
Uh,
like the worst decision ever made. But at the same time, like I found like over time I built up the tolerance again, and it was like it wasn't too bad. I can now eat anything I want, but at the same time, I realized you got to work out, got to have a balanced meal like
hmm.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like eat something that actually helps your body, like you know like
mm,
break down all the nutrients and fibers in it. So
right,
that's what I did. Hmm.
I'm bad.
right.
Never dieted. Don't exercise.
You don't, no,
Couch potato.
you don't have. There's no like miracle diet like makes everybody get better. But the thing is, like, if you're so this is gonna sound really shitty, but um, when I think for the past like 3-ish months, which is conveniently where I started really gaining weight, I've like only been eating DoorDash, like not like your regular DoorDash order. Like I'm telling you, I've been like backing like 2 large Cokes, and like if I get a case of soda, I'm having like 3 cans of soda a day. Um, and like just the other day, I was like gonna call it sweet, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna weigh myself. Um, and this whole I think for the past like week and a half, I was like, yeah, I weigh 170, 175. It's not that bad. I get on the scale and I weighed 183 pounds, and I was like, it was like it kind of like hit me like at once. Like it's like when you get like a reality check, and I'm 5'6", right? So I'm not like a tall dude. So I'm like 30 pounds over the weight that I should be at. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that is bad. And I basically like went to my Discord. I'm like, I'm not gonna be fat anymore. And I like went on Instacart and I ordered all these vegetables and I threw away all this
Oh my god.
sugar and I'm like running in
Yeah.
my room. I'm like, I can't do
You get
this.
like that like
Yeah,
hit where
it's
you're like,
like
I'm gonna be different. It's gonna
yeah,
be now, right now, from now on.
exactly. So basically, I've been like I don't know a week on a diet now, and like like I said, a diet.
And you
I
stuck
think
to it?
yeah, no, I haven't slipped up
Oh yeah.
a single yet or a single moment yet. Earlier today though, I woke up really early, and I started getting really hungry. And like the thing is, like I'm doing 3 different things at once, which is exercising, fasting, and eating better. So with all those things combined, it's kind of like a little overwhelming, and I guess it's kind of a shock to my body too. So I think like being really hungry, I was like really scared I was about to eat something. And I was messaging Ron, and I was like, I almost grabbed because I made these oatmeal square things, like the strawberries and cream oatmeal squares, and I grabbed one from my fridge at like 10:30 this morning, which is not the time I'm supposed to be eating. Like if you're fasting, you have to be eating between
Yeah.
a certain period of time. Um, and I looked at the scale and I was like, man. And I walked to the scale and I weighed myself and I was 180. And I was like, oh my God, 3 pounds later. So I put the oatmeal
Let's
back in the
go.
fridge and I was like, I don't know, I felt a lot better about it. But, it was super poggies. So,
Wait, I have a question for you about that.
yeah, what's up?
When do you usually weigh yourself in between?
Right
Because
in the
for me,
morning.
right in the
First thing in the
morning.
morning.
Okay,
First thing in the morning. Because I think it's the most
because
consistent. It's the most consistent. Because like I feel like if you're eating various amount of foods throughout the day, like it can kind of fluctuate based off like your water weight and whatnot. But in the morning, you're fresh. Your stomach's empty. There's nothing that's gonna mess with your weight. And I started the diet, weighing myself in the morning. I started at 183.6. So right now I'm at 180.6, which is like exactly 3 pounds. Um,
ah,
I don't know. I
mhm,
keep track of those like days and whatnot. I don't know. If there's like a better
yeah.
way of like weighing yourself during a day.
Usually for me, what I did was that I weigh myself every Sunday, like every Sunday morning,
Oh, every Sunday morning.
because
Mm,
throughout the week your body will change, like you just said. And
right.
for me,
Right.
being at the time when I was in football, I will be weightlifting, I will be running, doing a lot of cardio. I think I worked out for at least 5 hours every single day.
Oh my
And
god.
doing that, I was like, I can see like your body starts to change quickly and the muscle mass starts to get added because of weightlifting.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this every Sunday. Every Sunday, it's because I'm not working out. That's my cheat day. I get to relax and do whatever I want. And I get to see, like, okay, this is where I'm at. Then I
Mm.
can eat like this amount of calories, but also keep it in regulation of like something healthy, but at least it tastes good.
Yeah,
Because,
I think that's the most important thing when you're dieting is like making sure the food freaking tastes good, right?
oh
I think
my
like in
gosh.
general, like um I don't know, Sweet and I made this what firecracker beef the other day. It was like super spicy, or not super spicy, but like spicy beef with rice, and like that's like the
Yeah.
best thing I've had so far. Um, Sweet, just
Yeah,
like
let's
I don't
see
know, you
what's
maintain
something.
your figure somehow, just
I don't know.
friggin'
I've always had like fast metabolism, and I
mm,
don't know. I've always done something like skateboarded or soccer or MMA and stuff. So I'm always burning something. And now it's dance, but so constantly burning, constantly giving off heat. I guess turning stuff into heat. But I did try keto for a little bit, not because of the weight loss, but because I wanted to see like how it would make you feel, like going on burning ketones instead of like carbs. And so I was doing like coffee. I'd put like butter, a stick of butter in it just for like flavor slash like more fat, and it was weird. It wasn't worth it, I don't think. But I did get like the strips that you would actually like pee on to tell like what level of ketones were in your
yeah,
blood.
the tell you if you're like in
Yeah,
ketosis, right? Because your
yeah,
body, the
exactly.
way
Yeah.
keto
Hmm.
work, the way the keto diet works, it starves your body of carbs, which is energy, right? So your
Mhm.
body goes into like a starving state. So instead of burning carbs, it'll start to just burn. It'll tap into your fat supply. You're essentially starving
Hmm.
yourself, right? When you're
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
keto,
it
it's
was.
essentially starving yourself. So you have to
Hmm.
eat like some like 180 grams of fat a day. It's like you're probably eating like bacon, butter, like probably lots of freaking,
Butter, lots
beef,
of
like
butter,
Damn.
probably not a whole lot of
Uh,
chicken or fish, but
lots of
just
bacon,
lots of bacon. Yeah, I know
yeah.
that that's like a really
avocado. Yeah,
important
I
avocado.
didn't
That's what it was.
That
Healthy
doesn't sound so
fats.
bad.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't eat any of the bacon or butter. I just had a bowl of kale salad with like chicken on top, and that's what I had the entire time. That's legit my diet.
Wow.
And it was like bad.
I can't
Um
do keto because I like rice. I love rice. I love Asian
right.
food. So I can't.
Same rice
Yeah.
is
Me
So the
too.
fact that you have to avoid any kind of grain is like the worst part because it's always carbs. So like, well, you can't have grains or potatoes. Is that like that's like one of the biggest things that comes like keto is you can't have those two things. And like, um,
Mhm.
I could never do it. But it sounds super cool. If you don't like rice that much, like the fact you can eat bacon and stuff like that on a diet, it's pretty cool. It was like a
Oh yeah.
really big trend a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was. It was like the biggest trend. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like the next model on like the runway or some." I was like, I'm just doing this so I can lose weight. I'm just doing this for football. That's about it.
Mm,
And then it was worth it in the end, but not for the body. I regret doing it because my body changed like crazy.
right.
Um, but
Do you
yeah,
guys do
it
any
was.
exercise right now? Does anyone do any exercises right now? Like day
I
to day?
usually I used to I was supposed to be coaching for football recently, but I haven't been I haven't been out doing anything outdoors except for running. I run like a mile or two, like twice a week or so, and then I try to like get active. I usually do a lot of lifting. I'll usually be at home and I have weights, like I have like 20-pound weights, and I'll just lift whenever I'm bored.
Mm,
Hmm.
that's nice.
But
I feel
yeah.
like I don't know. There's like sweet like you just dance like on the reg and like,
Constantly
but then there are
on
people
the
that I feel
rag.
like I've never seen work out ever or like hear them working out ever, but eat like a bunch of junk, but just like are able to just like maintain that weight. Like I don't know how they're able to do that. Like that's crazy. Yeah, of course.
That's me. I
Is
don't
that you
know.
too?
I could eat a pizza and lose
Yeah.
5 pounds and be like, what the frick?
Let's say Ron's probably like
And
Ron.
then
I
it
think is
comes
like
back.
that. Ron eats chicken nuggets every day of his life, and he freaking
Well, he has to eat
ma-
like you have to keep like feeding the fire, or else
Yeah.
he'll
yeah.
die. Like Ron,
Yeah.
No, I
it's like a
think
freaking
I,
maniac.
I have that body type where I should just like keep
Mm-hmm.
eating throughout the day.
mm,
I just like keep munching on stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's good for me.
Hmm.
I consider like being in VR like as my like cardio or whatever workout, like
yeah,
standing
I can see
around and
that.
like streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've
it
had
seems
people
fun
like
for me.
I've had people. I feel like everyone has like their own like kind of way of like weight or staying healthy and stuff like that. And when it comes to like being like a streamer and being someone who works from home is like you don't go anywhere, so it's really hard to like kind of
You gotta find ways.
you have to find ways to kind of stay in shape, right? And I think I completely neglected that fact, and that's why I freaking gained 30 something pounds the past few months. So
Yeah.
I think the fact that I just completely ignored that, and along with all the DoorDash and whatnot, it really put me in that position, I guess.
Oh, you mentioning soda and stuff. Actually, that's funny that you changed like all that, like your diet and stuff. Because I also quit energy drinks, like literally
Oh.
since the last time,
Oh.
like maybe a week ago.
Oh.
I just stopped
Week
drinking them
ago?
entirely.
Hey,
like a
have you got any
crazy-
cravings?
Yeah, I got like a crazy headache for like the next 2 days, and then I'm fine now. And I've been like super awake and stuff.
Yeah, because
So, no
dude, the
regrets.
stuff in energy drinks, like even with like G Fuel and stuff like that, like I don't know, some of
Yeah.
the things like there's
Well,
they're just like
you
there's
like get
no
the high, and then you have like a crazy low, and then you get
Right.
the high again,
right.
and it's
Yeah.
like now it's just like kind of neutral-ish,
Mhm.
You used to drink like 1 or 2 a day?
1 or 2 a day. Yeah.
That's
What
insane.
kind? Or do you
Yeah.
remember what kind?
Well, it's
Like
just sort
Rockstar
of
or
like just Monster and like sometimes Bang. Yeah, and just not good.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
was like,
bang. Fudge.
I'm out. Because like I mentioned it like last time, and O'Girls was like, how many like a day? And I was like, oh, 2. That sounds bad. Maybe I'll just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, two's pretty freaking bad. I
Yeah.
think soda in general, like doctors like don't even recommend you drink even like a can of soda because it's like so
Yeah,
bad
I
for
try and
you.
avoid soda too. Yeah, it's just not worth
That's
it.
like that was like my worst thing. I've done a lot better, like because I just so like I have this like strategy basically where you take like a Crystal Light packet and you get soda water and you put it in the soda water, and like that's been like kind of the way I've been getting away from like soda cravings or any kinds of like sugar cravings. Because I think it's the
good.
carbonation for me. I don't know, it's the carbonation for me,
It's
and like
carbonation.
that
Have you
like
tried like carbonated water?
well, soda water in general, but like like the I think it's called ice. I've seen
Yeah,
them
it's
before.
ice.
There's ice. There's a bunch of other brands. They're just flavored water. I think when I add the sweetener to it, it lets me control how sweet it's gonna be. So if I have like a really intense craving, I could like add like,
Oh,
more than I
yeah,
negatively
yeah.
were. But if I like, let's
Yeah.
say I just like want something to drink, I'll just add just a little bit, and that way I also know exactly kind of what I'm doing to the water. I guess if that makes sense. And I don't know. It's a way for me to have more control and be more consciously aware of my choices. Because they say like with diets, it's all about your choices, right? So when I say like, oh my god, I crave soda so badly that I need to make a mimic soda, it's pretty bad for me to like to think of that way. So when I actually am doing that, I start to feel more aware and like self, aware that I'm that addicted to soda. But ever since like I started doing that, I haven't had a single soda craving since then. So, but I'm only on a week. It's only been a week.
good.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know when like withdrawals start kicking in when it comes to people who have
Crawfish
addictions.
withdrawals, girl.
Crawfish. Oh
No.
God, stop.
It's your
Crawfish?
We're
favorite
supposed to be
thing
helping
ever.
me. Supposed to be helping
I
me.
know.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
just
What are you
saying, I'm
doing?
just saying, it's gonna come up, and you're gonna be like, and I'll be like, don't do it.
Yeah, it's these.
I hope not.
So I like crawfish, right? I like crawfish a lot. That's
Yeah,
like one
you
of my
do.
favored things to
That
eat.
much? So you
I
get
love
I gotta add.
Oh, he
I
loves it.
love crawfish. I could eat crawfish every day if I really could. Like it's so
What?
freaking good.
That's
That's
what
so
I'm saying.
specific. That's like
Dude,
the most specific craving
It's
I've
funny
ever
because I'm
had.
not even like from the south. I'm freaking I'm from New Jersey. Like there's no
Yeah.
crawfish in New
It's in your
Jersey.
palate. Your
But I
palate.
just have you guys ever had crawfish before? You guys ever eaten it before?
I have it a ton.
Yeah,
There's a
actually can.
crawfish restaurant down like two of them next to each other down the street from where I live right now. It's like it's a
That's good.
craving that I want to get to, but I'm like it's too expensive, and then
Well, you
sometimes
gotta
it's
make
not
it.
in
You gotta make it
season.
yourself. It's
Yeah.
way cheaper to make it yourself. They charge like
Oh, yeah.
$16-17 for like a pound of crawfish, and I can back like 5 pounds of crawfish. So like if you're
What?
taking me to a crawfish restaurant, you're paying like $80 for me. But
Oh yeah, 100%.
but basically like I make my
Import
own.
it.
So they have
Holy.
like frozen bags of 3-pound crawfish that are like $11 for a bag, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, so I'll just get that, and I just
Oh, yeah,
make
that
it
works.
myself. I literally make everything myself, and it's like I don't know. I think I went on like a period where I had crawfish like 3 days in the same week, and that's a lot of crawfish. I don't know.
The question is this: is do you eat anything else like the potatoes, the corn? or
Yeah,
you
no,
just
I
eat
have
the
I make
crawfish?
so I have
Do you have the
corn.
meat?
No,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Yes.
well, when you make a
Corn
so,
soaked
soaked in
so
the crawfish.
have you
juicy.
ever had a crawfish before, Jax? Have you had like
No, I
crawfish?
can't. I
So
can't.
oh my god,
allergic to it.
are you
I gotta
shellfish?
take you. I gotta take you.
Oh,
Oh my god, he's allergic to shellfish. I forgot.
Yeah, it feels
I
bad.
remember you saying something about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh my
It's cool.
god.
Yeah, it's
So
whatever. You can't miss what
well
you've
when
never
you
tried. So.
I might as well tell you the joys of crawfish boil since you'll never be able
Yeah,
to have it
please
ever.
do.
I'll
Give me
tell you
like
the
a
the
detailed
wonders of
like,
a delicious
analysis of
crawfish.
crawfish.
So basically, a
Yes, sir.
crawfish is like a mini lobster. It's a
Yeah.
little dinky looking crab thing, right? And it's got it's got tail, it's got claws. It looks like if you took a picture of it really close up and said it was a lobster, like no, like not a bad an eye. So basically, what you do is you get a bunch of crawfish, you boil it in some water, you add like a buttload of seasoning. And I remember watching one of these crawfish boils where they're like, yeah, if you taste the broth and you don't cough, it's not spicy enough. So I always like use that as a like staple to like put as much seasoning in the boil. And then you put like butter in it, onions, corn, potatoes, sausage. And
Okay,
then
well,
you
that sounds
and then
really
you like
good.
let it sit there for a while and like soaks up all the juices, and you pour it out into a big thing of newspaper. And then you just start going to town. And like the sides are like probably like one of the coolest parts because like all the sides like
dive right
soak
in.
in all the the best part is having a big tub of garlic butter with like salt and like the seasoning in it, and you just dunk everything in the butter. So now you can see why I gained 30 pounds in 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I can see it. That sounds
Or 3 months
delectable.
rather. Now you see why I
Holy.
gained those 30 pounds, right? I think they're. You remember when I I was in call with you, sweet, and I was like, I just got more crawfish.
It's good. So you just like
Yeah.
dangling it above your head.
I'm telling you, a crawfish is probably the nastiest thing you can watch somebody eat.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like a
That
crawfish
and maybe
eating
like
contest is
bone-in
maybe-
wings. That and bone-in wings are probably the nastiest foods that are
Oh,
like
yeah,
probably
yeah.
the least attractive of watching somebody eat.
Mm-hmm.
But crawfish is
Just
like you
everywhere.
suck the head. You have to suck the
Mhm.
head. It's where
You
the
gotta,
juice
you
is. So
gotta
you go,
suck the
Yeah, you
head.
gotta-
Maybe you should take the banana.
Didn't you do that?
ah!
You should take the banana.
You suck the head. Go ahead,
suck,
suck
you
the
suck
head.
the head. Yeah, yeah. I'll take the banana. Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Banana time.
It's gonna go around the table.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
god.
Mhm.
So, I want to bring up something. On Twitter, I just saw Puck make a tweet about they have this new thing where it's like hype trains now will if you get a hype train, you have a chance of your channel being promoted, quote unquote promoted,
Oh.
being more visible. I don't know if you guys saw that, but basically
Whoa.
when a hype train happens on your stream, your channel will be promoted, like I guess to the front page. I can't think of anywhere else where it gets
front
promoted,
page?
right? I can't think of anywhere
What
else
about, like,
where we get
recommended?
promoted.
Well, recommended. Recommended in the
Well,
sidebar.
I feel like streams
That's,
already
like,
get
the
put in
only other place.
recommended, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Don't streams
yeah.
already get
Dude,
put in recommended?
If you went on the front page, your stream would jump up from like I don't know.
Didn't
like
they?
50
They
viewers
had
to,
that
like,
for a while
literally
with channel
like
points.
3,000 viewers.
They had that for a while with
There's
channel
like
points.
so many people on the front page.
Do you remember?
That's
Do you
true, yeah,
remember when they
did,
had
yeah.
that?
I do remember that.
And
I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure that
like
was recommended.
you
They
went
put you in lots of people's
in
recommended.
the recommended things, and
I'm
and
pretty sure.
I think Puck was mentioning about how they didn't really like the idea of it because they had. I wish I had a freaking prompt I could like put up the tweet
Like a
right there so I could
pointer?
see it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But basically they had said that they didn't like the idea of it because it felt like people who are in the audience had to pay money for their streamer to succeed. And I kind of like at first when I saw the actual thing, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like your streamer can get promoted and whatnot. But then I started thinking a little bit more about how they had already offered this as a channel point option where it was free. And I was like, does that mean your channel does not get promoted unless somebody supports you with money?
Wait. I thought you were talking about the one where the streamer pays money to promote the stream. but
No,
you're talking about the
no,
really,
no.
really old one.
There's so there was one
yeah, I
with
remember
channel
that.
points. There was one with
Yeah,
there used to be.
I never got that
what
one,
was
so
it
I
back?
never
It was like
really
a
thought
year and a
about it
half
that
ago,
much.
maybe, or maybe just a
Yeah.
year ago, where they had, in case anyone doesn't know, there was a channel point collection. I think, or sorry, it was it was a channel point
Promote my
collection
stream.
where it
People would,
was
like,
promote my stream, and if you donated a
put-
certain
yeah.
amount of channel points to the pool, and the pool would vary based off of your, I imagine your channel point income, how many people channel points were distributed,
yeah.
and your community could donate channel points basically to this pool,
Yeah,
and
so
when
it's
the
like they're
pool hit the
paying, like,
goal,
watch time.
they were paying
to, like,
watch time
promote your
exactly.
stream.
So it was a free way of
That's cool.
right. That was a really cool thing they added in, and since then it's been gone. It was like a beta thing, right? And they just announced one where the only way you can get that promotion is through a hype train, and obviously through a hype train, people have to spend money.
I mean, do you want to?
Yeah, I want to know your opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion on it. I want to know everyone's opinions.
I feel like they should have not announced that. They should have just made it a thing. and not told anybody, because it should already, like, if you're getting a hype train, that means you're like, you have a stream that's like popping off, right?
Right.
So like that
So
should
like an
just promote
underlying
you
feature
automatically.
where it would just promote and like nobody would
Yeah,
know about
that's
it, and
just
it would be like, oh my god,
yeah.
wait, how would I have
It shouldn't be like, oh,
okay,
in order to promote your streamer, you need to spend money on
right.
the hype train. Like I'm sure they had good intentions, but they shouldn't have announced it because it sounds bad.
It does.
It
And
does sound
I think seeing it like when I saw like what Puck,
Like, it's a
because
PR thing.
at first I thought it was super cool, but then when Puck reworded it, and I was like, he got a good point
Yeah.
there. It's really like a paywall kind of thing. It's like
Yeah, it
as a
should be
viewer, I
just,
feel
like,
like
an
I
extra
feel
thing.
influenced to spend the money.
Yeah.
Not because I want to
Well, 'cause,
support
like,
my
Twitch
streamer,
does
but I
want you
want
to
them
spend
to
money.
right
So
exactly.
that's why they announced it.
Yeah,
They want
right.
you to
For-
be like,
yeah,
oh, I better promote
for
my
sure.
streamer. Yeah. But their PR team needs to take some notes because
No,
it doesn't
I feel
sound
like
good.
yeah, I feel like it was it was so like I don't know, I don't know where it came from, but I only know it from seeing Puck's tweet. I don't know, what do you think about it, tweet?
Yeah, it kind of makes it. I think it makes it kind of look bad because it's like, yo, if you want to be more visible, like, pay more money, and it just kind of makes it
Yeah,
feel
I
like I'm
mean,
in a pyramid. You
what
know,
if,
like,
yeah.
oh my god.
to play devil's advocate though, like, you know, adding features to
Mhm.
Twitch is also, they're all going to be slippery slopes, really.
Mm.
Especially when it comes to money, just because like
Oh yeah.
people are just hanging out in a stream, and then you got to pay money to make your streamer succeed. Like anybody, all of us need subs to be able to like go full time, right?
Right.
Like there's no,
right.
so
I just
yeah.
the
slippery
things
slopes.
like okay, you have YouTube on the scene now, and like with the competition, I feel like Twitch should be doing everything they can to like cater to you as a streamer to help you out,
Yeah.
and like to announce something like that versus like, I don't know, some other features that would be cool.
Yeah,
I'm
but like
like,
here's the other thing. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Twitch is also planning to add in like a new beta testing for an ad revenue, where if you run ads for 4 minutes, but you do it like for 40 hours, like you have to stream 40 hours, meet the requirements for
Not
the
in a
ad
row,
time.
right? Imagine like
No,
in
no,
like a
no,
month
not in a
period,
row.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, like
Like
a month period.
period.
Yeah, a month
Yeah.
Yeah,
period,
within a month.
and you can earn like $500 incentive from what they said
Yeah,
for
it's like a
like running
guaranteed.
4 minute, yeah, like 4 minute ads and stuff. And I was like thinking about that, like that could help a lot of like a lot of
That-
streamers, but at the same time,
Why do I feel like that's
they're
not something they can actually do? Like, what if somebody who has like 2
yeah,
viewers
mm,
and streams
Yeah,
40
that's a little
hours?
weird
I
too.
don't understand how that would be actually sustainable as like a business model.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
you can
So
make
that's what
multiple
they're
Twitches that are affiliated and do
That
that.
does seem not
Mhm.
sustainable. Yeah.
yeah, but they're also what they're doing is that they're picking certain people. Like they're picking, I think they're gonna pick people who are like 30 viewers, 40 viewers, or something like that.
In like kind of
Someone
like
who's
the
like
mid
actually see the
range,
ads.
yeah,
right?
the
Yeah.
mid range,
I see
because
that.
like they see it, but at the same time they're trying to like find ways to act on it. But at the same time, like in my honest opinion, I think the algorithm needs to be fixed, because YouTube algorithm is like beating Twitch 100%.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And then like there's
mm,
Reddit, there's Twitter, like everything's better, and then Twitch is the only one that is slow and it's
I
taking its
think
time. Yeah.
um, I I think the interesting part when it comes like Twitch is usually when you go to a Twitch stream, right? You go to watch a specific streamer. When I open stream or when I open my Twitch, I look at my followed, right? It's the first thing I go to my followed, and I open all my tabs of the people I like watching. The only time I usually discover a new streamer is through a raid. So that's the only time I really like kind of am doing that. And I feel like that is part of the reason why the algorithm might be really difficult for people to actually be discovered, because how often do people scroll to the recommended or scroll down an entire category looking
Exactly,
for
yeah.
someone new?
Yeah, exactly.
When take your average Twitch viewer, they're not spending their whole time. It's kind of seldom that you get those people who are like, oh yeah, no, I was just scrolling through. It's pretty rare actually.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. You get brand new people all the time. But it's usually through like an event or your title, or something's going on, or like you're hanging out with other people.
It's all
or
like
there's-
user-driven discoverability.
it's
instead of
user-driven
platform.
discovery, right? So,
Yeah.
the question would be is how does Twitch take it out of that and make it so that more people are easily discovered? Because when you think about YouTube, the reason why YouTube's algorithm succeeds so well is because when you go on YouTube, you're not going on YouTube to watch a specific individual video or an individual content. You're going and you
Exactly, yeah.
click on the next video and the next video and the next video and the next video, and raids work the same exact way. You watch
Yeah.
the next streamer and the next streamer and the next streamer. It's not necessarily just one individual YouTube video that you're going to. So I don't know what would be like a good solution, I guess, for Twitch to make people a little more discoverable. I think this is one of a good way of maybe not good way, but this is a way of them trying to promote people who might want to be promoted more with this whole hype train thing that we mentioned.
I wonder if more categories would be good because like when I started a dance stream, I put like hip hop dance and it's VR chat. I'm like, is there a category for me or is that just going to waste? Like,
Like kind of like a
what do you guys
like you go to VRChat and then there's like a just chatting for VRChat, a gaming for VRChat, and then maybe like
maybe
dancing for
gaming?
VRChat
like
or like
subcategories?
partying subcategories
Do you
for
think that
a
would
game.
be?
Now
Mhm.
here comes the the flip side of it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
VRChat is one of the only specific games that are going to have that many subcategories. So if you go to Call of Duty, how
Oh,
many people are dancing in Call of Duty?
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to
Yeah.
kind of, but there is a way. It could be battle royale, team deathmatch, certain. There's all these different game modes.
SND, yeah.
Right, but again, it's such a
Mm.
dynamic thing, and having people fluctuate between these categories so frequently, because when you play Call of Duty, it's not you're playing only team deathmatch the whole day. You're gonna switch game modes, so it's a VR
You're right.
chat specific
Yeah,
kind of
VR
thing.
chat is it's like a social platform, and I guess with that, it's like
We
boom,
fall
just
best in the just chatting category. I hate to admit it, but we
Yeah.
fall best in the just chatting category as VR chat streamers. It's just kind of how it is.
Kinda,
Because
yeah.
90% of the people who stream VR chat are talking to their camera and just kind of standing there. That's basically what just chatting is in a nutshell. With obviously there's things in between. There's dancing, stuff like that, parties. But again, it's like the most fitting category for us in particular, which is why we're such like a unique case, kind of like you mentioned.
yeah, yeah. Mm. Mm.
The Twitch homepage has like recommended streamers and stuff, doesn't it? Sort
It
of
does.
like
It
the
does. It does.
YouTube?
And I actually scrolled down today. I actually scrolled down through some of them,
Yeah.
and it's actually really interesting. So I watch like VTubers and whatnot, and VR chat streamers, and Apex. I watch Apex as like my main game. I watch on Twitch. I actually get
Yeah.
recommended VTubing Apex players. So it's like they take your
Whoa, that's
demographic
cool.
and they put it together, but they don't. No one scrolls to the recommended to begin with. Like I said
Yeah.
before, everyone's gonna be going
Yeah,
to the people they follow already.
I don't ever really go to the homepage, and I don't
Right,
really know
exactly.
why. You know what I mean? It's not like my
Exactly.
brain doesn't think about it. Whereas the YouTube,
Or I just mute
like
the front page right
somehow,
away and I go to my next video or
like
next
I
trigger.
feel like even when I open my sub box on YouTube, I'm still seeing recommended videos. And also when you watch a video, you're seeing a ton of recommended videos on the sidebar instead of like
Right.
5 recommended streamers. Like they
Yeah.
need like much more UI dedicated to like, hey,
I
you
think the
should
UI is
also
a
think
big
about this.
part because it's
Yeah.
so easy
Yeah.
to just scroll through and
Especially
go to the next one, right?
when like XQC is like at the top like every day, or
Hmm.
like Soda Poppin', just literally on the left, just them.
Yeah,
every
even
day.
like
just
your
chill
follow
it. They're
things
just chilling in the
too.
corner.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
always there. Like all the streamers who are like new and like upcoming are just down the bottom.
Mm.
Like, I'll never see them, so I have to like click on the button and scroll down. Be like, 'cause those are just people I'm following too.
Yeah.
Like if I want to find new people, like I have to actually go to like the category and like scroll through.
Yeah, I wonder.
On my
I
own
actually
time.
would love to see like even just like in our audiences, it kind of like be like, okay, how many people have come from a recommended or come from another streamer or come from like looking through categories, like seeing like a demographic, I guess, of that. I
There
wonder if
are
they have that
actually
kind of.
analytics for that.
That would be
Yeah, there's
interesting
analytics
because
for
I
that.
feel like based off that, then we can make like a better like kind of judgment on the whole situation. Because at the end of the day, this whole like paying to promote your channel, it just doesn't feel like super
it's a
right.
bummer.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels
No.
very weird. And this is gonna sound kind of might be relatable with some people who might be watching. I like watching smaller streamers because I enjoy being interacted. I like the interaction. If I'm supporting my streamer and I know it's going to cause it to be promoted and potentially grow even bigger, and it might be a selfish way of thinking, but I know some people are definitely thinking this out there. If my streamer gets promoted and starts to grow too much, I won't be able to contact them as easily as I normally would be in a chat because they'd be growing so much and gaining a bigger audience. And I think a lot of people who watch VR chat streams can relate to that, where like instead of being like, Sweet's chat, it's easy to talk to him whenever, but then you go to like the Gators chat and it's like really hard to like kind
Oh, yeah,
of
zoom in,
converse. Right,
yeah.
it's zooming. It's bussing. And that might actually do the opposite of what their intention is, which is to earn money, right? They might do the opposite, where it might discourage people from like actually influencing these hype trains and whatever to promoting these channels because they want
Whoa.
their streamer to stay smaller, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's
Whoa,
something that people really
like that's
consider.
Such a deep, like that's like such a deep thought process.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people might feel that way, and it would subconsciously get them to not actually donate or do their support that they normally would because it because it's going to promote them and get them out of the range that they want to be in and why they watch the stream to begin with, right?
Yeah.
I think it might be relatable for a lot of our audiences. I don't know. I noticed that most people that I talk to on my stream are like, you know, they like being in a small chat. They like being with a small streamer because it's much more personal, a little more interacting than it is a bigger streamer. And I noticed that when someone grows, you actually lose that audience that you had before.
Like more than like 40 people, once it gets to 50, 60, like it's hard to interact, especially
It all
if
depends on your
people
audience.
are
You can
talking.
have a
Yeah, it
15
depends.
person stream and have a more active chat than a 90 person stream. Have you ever watched a first person
Right,
shooter
right.
gamer streamer? Like
Yeah.
they can't talk to the chat as much because they're playing the game, right? We
Oh,
have a unique
yeah,
we have a
yeah.
unique game. Again, this falls back into the category of us being such a unique dynamic for all of Twitch. We are constantly reading our chats and we're here. So it in return has our chatters talk more. So you'll see our streams at 15 people sometimes have more people talking than someone who has like 150 in Call of Duty or, you know, Fortnite or whatever.
Yep.
So it doesn't, you know, view count doesn't influence the chatting as much nearly. So I guess that's a good point. If, you know, they did grow, it would still depend on how many people were talking at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, that's rough. I didn't think about that.
I don't know. I think that they didn't. I think like you said, Jackson, they might have delivered it in the wrong way. I think presented the whole thing in the wrong way, where it's blatantly obvious that they want money.
Yeah.
It's blatant that it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
They're
you
like,
pay money
hey.
for your streamer, they're gonna grow bigger. You know, we'll do something
then
for
we'll
them if
make
you
more
pay.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
You pay money to get us more money.
right.
Huh?
And the channel point, I think to me was much more well intended, because not only is it accessible to any viewer that can participate in this thing, but it wasn't just like a, hey, swipe the card and boom, you get your promotion. It's like you have to spend time on this person's stream in order for them to promote. So they have to entertain you. They have to be entertained. It's not just like, hey guys, if you give me a hype train, I get promoted. Let's do a hype train real quick, kind of thing, right?
It's like trusting in your streamers to actually make your platform work. Like,
Exactly.
It should be like a give and take kind of thing.
Right. It's not just a jumping straight to the money.
Not just a
kind of thing.
take.
Right.
It doesn't make any
I
sense.
think Puck mentioned they have like the hype trains disabled on their stream now, which I can I understand. I understand that. I'm somebody who like hates that kind of stuff. I hate it. It makes me cringe. But
It is pretty cringy.
again, and I don't want to just keep bashing on it. There's probably people out there who think it's a great decision. Like, I'm sure people out there are probably like, you know, this is a great way for me to get promoted and me to kind of interact with more people, and I understand that. But I think just for like my personal being and my personal, you know, existence, I don't like it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I can agree with you on the same. It's like, in my honest opinion, when I started like streaming in the beginning, like hype trains were really, really awkward for me, because I'm like, I don't
It's like, what do
wanna
you do?
like,
I don't know.
I was like, what do you do? It's like, it's just in the corner there, and I'm like, man, people are now throwing more subs at me, and I'm like, I don't want to see like a hype train, and then like it keeps going higher and higher, and then you gotta like, it's like, here's the other thing. I keep my streams are focused on the chat and focus on my personal stories, and I tell people like something funny or whatever that happened. And I don't want to take that away. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna pause this story to worry about like all the subs, like the hype train and stuff over here, and then like forget what I'm talking about. I'm like,
It's a little hard to adjust to. I agree.
Yeah.
Especially if like you're new to streaming and whatnot. Like, I don't know, how did everyone feel when you guys got your first freaking like, you know, big sub bomb before, right? Because everyone's gotten some sort of sub bomb before. So, you know, it could be pretty awkward, especially if like, and this is just me. Sometimes I know I'm not putting in any effort, and something will like happen, and I'll be like, I'll feel like garbage, because I'll be like, man, I was literally doing nothing, like literally doing nothing. Like I didn't want to stream today, kind of thing, right?
I
it makes me feel pretty guilty. I think it's a mentality, right?
Yeah, there was one time this year where I was like crying. I like started crying on stream, and everyone, bless their hearts, started donating, and I just like, this doesn't feel good.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Yeah, it actually, and it's ironic. The irony in it all is when you start to say that, to actually like chill, it doesn't stop. And I think that I learned that pretty quick to just like, now when people like kind of sub and everything, I don't like freak out anymore. I don't know. I kind of like get kind of desensitized. That I think it's a good thing because it actually stops those like really awkward situations from happening. I'm just
Yeah.
like, all right, dude, thanks for the sub, kind of thing. It doesn't mean I appreciate it any less. It just means like I'm less reactive, I guess, in a way where I
Yeah,
don't
you're
feel
not
so
like
guilty, right?
like encouraging it like
Right, because
either
you personally know how
wrong
much
way.
effort you put into your own streams. I think everyone's
Yeah.
consciously aware of how hard they're working on their own streams, and I can confidently say that there have been plenty of times where I know that I was not putting in my effort, and what I could have been.
Like I would so much prefer if I was like in the middle of some kind of like bit or something and everyone was like chatting like
Right,
up a
exactly,
storm,
and
suddenly there's a bunch
Mhm.
of bombs coming in, I just keep going and it feels good. Like
yeah,
that
no,
makes sense.
for sure,
And
absolutely,
that would encourage me too.
right, because
But if I'm like
you're
just
working.
sitting there and
Yeah,
like depressed
exactly,
and then it starts
exactly.
like coming in, it's like, well, I don't deserve this
Yeah,
right now.
VRCon. Has anyone? Do you guys go to VRCon at all, or like know anything about VRCon? VRCon was a really big day for me. Super important day for me. That was probably the least guilty I've ever felt ever when it came to like subs and stuff like that because I know I worked really hard for
Yeah,
it
you're
and like
putting in a lot of
I put a lot of effort
for that,
into
yeah.
it and I think. But then there have been days where I've like sleeping, and I'm just like, what the?
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. I don't know. I think it falls under the category though of being a streamer is that it's all you never know when it's gonna happen. Some days someone will just feel like, hey, I feel like being generous today, because you'll probably have days where you put in the buttload of work and then nothing happens, right? I'm sure that's happened to everybody, and that's just part of the gig.
Well, I
It's
think
part of it.
sometimes, it's just part of it.
It's
I
all
think
about
some
just being
people-
entertaining and
People
let it
get
go,
so
let's
like
go.
enraptured in the content that they just forgot to like, oh, maybe I should like like a sub or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they're enjoying it.
Mhm.
They get distracted by the actual enjoyment of it, and then like they go home and then like, oh,
Mhm.
that was crazy.
There
Don't
was
think about it.
actually an interesting topic I want to talk
I
about
like
today
that.
as well. I keep bringing up these topics. I'm sorry, I'm flooding so much. But I was like thinking about topics all day today, and
Ooh.
something that I failed to really like pay attention to are my taxes. I haven't done a single thing in regards to my taxes yet.
Oh, you should do that.
I know
You should do that
There-
now.
There are like I haven't done a single thing yet. I haven't done like any like that. I just haven't done anything. I've done nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely. Has everyone done the taxes here? Are you guys all good people? Everyone?
I've
already
been
finished.
live. the
You did them
entire-
live on stream?
No, I didn't do it live.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying I've been live. So I
Oh,
haven't
you've
done
been
it.
live. I thought you
I don't
did
wanna
them
do
live. I was
taxes
like, oh my
live.
god, you did your
No.
taxes on stream.
No, hell no.
Like, Jack's really gone to this
I'm
point.
doing my taxes right now.
Hell
I'm sending
no.
it to the government.
Yeah, like say, I mean, you did your freaking application on stream. Jesus,
Here,
I
let me
can't.
just censor out my social security number real quick. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
I
that
was
thing.
gonna say,
Here's
like,
my
what
address.
the-
Let me censor that too.
Dude,
Real
Did
name,
I
let me
think I
censor
should
that.
deduct this? It's like, wait, and poll.
God,
Yeah, I was talking
Yeah,
about it
with the
yesterday.
company.
donate
Yeah,
subs,
mm.
don't censor my name. What?
Yeah, yeah, you can
What were
deduct
you gonna
a
say?
lot of stuff. Well, I think if you're a streamer, you can, or if anything, like you work from home or you work for yourself, you can deduct a lot of stuff. With the
I heard
company,
you
it's like
can
they give you
even
this
write
form,
food.
and you're just like,
Yo,
yeah, this is
speaking
how
of
much you make.
deductions,
Hey,
last year's taxes, I was like, okay, I spent this much money up getting a new computer and getting VR stuff,
oh,
and this is my second job, and deduct please, and I got like fucking like so much money back. Like,
Jesus.
I was like, am I gonna get
Really?
audited? I got all my receipts and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I have I like have a bunch of like,
You should
like
do that.
online receipts and whatnot, obviously. So there's
Yeah.
definitely like a lot of write-offs I can do, like my PC and whatnot. But I heard through the grapevine that you can even claim like food that you've ordered on stream as like
what?
a business lunch thing. I don't know if that's
Whoa.
true. I'm just saying I've heard it. I've heard through the grapevine that that's a thing.
business lunch?
I don't know.
Sheesh.
I know that it's
You can? Dude, that's so it feels so
I
weird.
heard food counts as that you can actually do it as a write-off. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know anything about doing a Twitch tax return. I've never done it before. So it's gonna be a freaking exciting experience. But I also
Oh, was it your first tax?
my
you were
first
doing
first
after
time doing
streaming?
it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I didn't
wow.
I didn't start like actually streaming until like January of last year.
Yeah.
So this is all like brand new to me. But I'm expecting I'm gonna owe a lot of money. But at the same time, I got a lot of write-offs. So I think those will all like kind of really soften everything for me. So I'm not too freaked out about it.
For sure.
Did you when you so you've done a Twitch tax return before then, huh?
Yeah, I've done Yeah,
Was it
2
like
months.
easy, or was it like kind of a lot of work to
Oh,
kind of sit down?
yeah, it was almost weird because I didn't understand totally how it worked. Like I got the form for it. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
1099. I don't know what the
Yeah,
1099G.
yeah,
Yeah.
1099
and it seemed like not enough like on it, like the amount that I had earned or whatever. And I
Right.
was like reading the like bits or something or donations. You have to count those too. And it's like I just put the exact amount that they said that I got into my taxes, and that seemed okay.
That Twitch reported for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, that Twitch
Mm.
reported. I was
Right.
like, this
Right.
is the amount they reported, so
Right.
that's what I'm putting in.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've never like I don't know. I've never had like anything other than going through Twitch like purely for that reason, I guess. Because like I don't know. Well, not just that reason. There's other reasons, but I think as long as I kind of have like some sort of tool to use, I guess going through everything. I had someone in my chat telling me like that TurboTax wasn't really the one to use, and there's like better ones out there other than TurboTax. There's any like softwares that you guys use for like your returns?
I've
Anything?
tried TurboTax and H&R Block, and TurboTax is what I always wind up using. So
Yeah, because I
it
think
seems fine enough. I use the free one.
I just remember
I
like
go through.
every tax I've ever gotten, I've always gotten money back, and I'm like this year I'm like, man, I'm gonna owe money. Like,
Oh no,
like
No.
damn.
Mark. Yeah, freaking take everything off you can. I
Mhm.
suppose
Mm.
internet, maybe food for your diet because that's part of the stream. No, I don't know. Whatever you can do. Whatever you
Exercise
can do.
equipment. Exercise equipment, right? I could get like a
Yeah,
treadmill and then be like, hey, that's a tax write off.
sure.
Mhm.
You
That
get a
works.
tax write off, and you get a tax write off.
You get it right
You
now.
just go through all
You
go
get
all
right
things in your whole apartment and just like call it a tax write off.
My couch, my bed, my TV.
Yeah.
Everything you bought. I was live. I thought about buying this when I was live. Write it off.
Went on
Just-
Amazon
just
Live to
mention it
buy something
somewhere
for
in your stream.
content.
Azzy, do you work as well as stream? Do you like work on a separate job or something?
I used to do so pretty much I used to take care of my grandmother like last year, and then I had to stop that because I was actually about to enter I was entering into my second year of college, which is right now. But I
Oh,
was planning to go into Army ROTC, and
oh,
actually I was planning to quit streaming at the time to join the military. And then I found out like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not paying 4 grand a year to put on a uniform and get a rank and say, this is what I do now. No. So I actually quit Army ROTC, went and I just pushed into streaming, and this is what I do like full time. But I also like go to school. I like go to school, just do everything like a normal college student,
Oh,
and
okay.
just
yeah.
it's not too bad though. It's very draining for one because gotta study, you have to do homework,
Mm.
then you also have to you have to be on top of certain things, and then you got projects, and then you gotta like then I had to like worry about streaming, like okay, finish my homework, do stream now. And then also I actually have to take care of my mom the majority of the time because of her knee. So that
Oh,
also takes up like tons and tons of time for me. But yeah,
okay. So you
it's
live with
not
your
too
mom.
bad. I can manage it.
Do you, what? Curious. What's your major? What if you have
Major,
one? Yeah.
currently is going to be ultrasound, like doing
Oh,
cancer
Oh, I
ultrasound
have
and
a buddy who
tumor.
does
Whoa.
yo, let's
ultrasound.
go.
I have a
Yeah,
buddy who does
Interesting.
ultrasound. He's a technician, is what they call them.
yeah,
Like, he-
ultrasound tech.
yeah, he tells me that he scans people's ball sacks, and sometimes they'll have balls the size of basketballs. And he's like, he wasn't even exaggerating. He literally was like, I'm not kidding you, dude. Some of these testicles are the
What?
size of basketballs. And I'm just like, are
What do
you
you
kidding me? But,
Basketballs.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true.
I believe him. I believe him that they
Basketballs.
inflate that big
What?
when you have like when you're sick
Yeah.
and stuff.
Nah,
Holy shit.
basketball. Oh
Yeah.
well, maybe like a deflated basketball. I'm thinking of one
Oh,
like
like a tiny one? Like the mini
No,
ones?
he was serious. He said literally a basketball, and I'm not. I don't know what
Oh
to
my
tell you.
God.
He was in my
That's so
chat the other
crazy.
day, but yeah, he does
Holy
he does
shit.
what you're going into. So good luck scanning testicles.
Why'd you
Hey.
bring that up? It's so weird. It's their first thing your brain went to is like
Yeah,
basketball
that's what he calls them. Basketball sized
Not the
testicles.
Google this.
whoa.
I feel like I could ever do
Research
something like
later.
that. I like actually kind of queasy when it comes to like medical things. I'm a hypochondriac, so when I start to like dive too deep into the medical rabbit hole, I start to like freak out and get anxious and whatnot.
Oh yeah, like needles. I hate needles.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
I feel ya.
to
I used
like
to
get
like
put under and
fear
stuff. Like
needles too until
blood
Yeah,
Tyler
Sweet's
was
a
like,
big
just
baby.
do it.
A big baby when it comes to needles.
I
Went to get our shot
Yeah.
together,
didn't
and
realize
I
the
was like, you're
COVID
gonna
shot was
die.
like
It's gonna stab you.
barely anything.
And then
I didn't
afterwards,
feel it.
afterwards
really
you were like,
anxious
"Oh
with the
my
COVID
god,
shot
that was
too.
nothing. That was nothing."
Yeah.
You
It
were,
was
you were going
nothing, it
on
was
for like an
nothing.
hour about how it was nothing. You're like, "That was so easy. Wow, it was a small needle. It wasn't that bad at all. It was over before I knew it." You like sound like a little kid that just like got over like his biggest fear
Yeah.
ever. Like you're so
it's like
proud.
It's like getting poked. Like not
Yeah.
even pinched, just poked.
Damn.
Over.
Wait, so
I was
am I the
freaking
only
out.
person here who's not afraid of like anything like that? Like needles
I don't
or
even say I'm
anything medical?
afraid.
Am I there?
I just get anxious.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just,
I just get
yeah, it's just
anxious.
uncomfortable.
Like I start to
Makes
like
sense.
feel just very like uncomfortable. That's good. That's a good word for it.
Mhm.
Just being a hypochondriac, like when you see like any kind of like medical thing and like you feel something in your body, you start to like freak out if like it's the worst thing ever. But at the same time of being a hypochondriac, I'm also somebody who like hates going to the doctor. So if I like feel sick, I kind of get into this like kind of like battle of I'm a man, but also like I'm dying. So I actually don't know what to do. So it ends up being like the worst conflict ever. I don't know if you guys have ever like dealt with like hypochondriacism before, or, like that kind of anxiety.
Not,
But
not really.
It
for
can
me.
get it's
I
pretty
went,
intense. I'd say it's
Yeah.
my worst form of anxiety. I'm not really. I don't even call myself an anxious person. That's like, but that is by far. That's like where I'll like start to sweat and like I'll feel like I'm like sinking
Wow.
and stuff like that.
My
That's the
kind of
kinda
anxieties are like anticipation anxiety, if that makes any sense. Like it's not like social
Oh,
anxiety.
I see. I know
don't,
what
I
you
probably
mean.
don't have social anxiety, but like the anticipation of something.
Right.
So like coming onto this podcast, sure, I'll get a little nervous, even though I'm fine now. Like
Right.
like starting a stream, I'll get a little nervous. Why?
for?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Doesn't make any
What?
sense.
So for your partner application, that's probably the most anxiety you've probably ever had. Waiting for
No,
that.
actually.
Really? You weren't
Well,
that you weren't that nervous? I feel like if you saw
No.
the email,
Well, okay,
like if you saw
waiting-
email
waiting,
from Twitch,
yeah.
I would be like, like I would like
when
sink
I
and
saw
die.
the actual email, when I saw the email and I was like streaming Cyberpunk, and I saw the email from Twitch and it says, I read the title and it said congratulations like immediately.
Oh,
in
that's the
title.
best.
So I
Oh,
felt
if
the
it says in
wave
the
of-
title,
like
that's
a,
good.
like a punch of relief. Like hit
Yeah,
me
that's
out of
good.
nowhere.
If you just saw like a
But
message from Twitch, no
Thank
subject.
God it said congrats right away.
Do
Yeah.
not reply.
No
Like,
subject
I'd be
would've
like,
been
no.
terrible. Yeah. Because I didn't expect it. Like I would have been waiting like maybe 2 weeks at that point. They waited 2 weeks. I
2
think.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
So-
just on stream and you got it and you just like freaked out? Because I didn't
Yeah,
see it.
there's a clip. There's a
Yeah, that's
clip
the
of it.
reactions. Are
Aw,
great. He's like, wait,
That's awesome.
wait.
I just
It happened.
I was
It
just-
happened. And I
yeah,
was like,
it
you had a baby?
happened.
Like,
And
what
I
happened?
screamed. I screamed.
It happened.
Screamed.
It
My
happened.
natural reaction was just to yell.
Yeah, that's honestly.
Aw,
Listen, the
that's
greatest
cool.
part is that one of the coolest things I always say is about like these insanely long challenge streams. You get all these awesome memories on video, and you literally get to have
Yeah.
them forever, like literally forever. So it's like
That's
the
like why I like to
coolest
stream.
thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, in general. Like if you stream parties and stuff, like and fun things happen. Like I think people used to like record parties back in the day, like way OG VRChat, because they wanted to like remember things and like kind of have fun memories. Like back when people wanted to like try to be streamers and stuff. Recording things was like the coolest thing to do, and you make a highlight video and then you upload it to YouTube, and I don't know. I think it's awesome you have the reaction, and that would be a great way to like end your highlight video. Is have like the
absolutely,
the
yeah.
very last clip be like you like completing the goal and
Yeah,
everything.
just goes silent and then just
Yeah.
plays the clip.
I think it'd make a great video, your whole entire journey, because not only can you like include that you got like partnered and everything, but like you have all the memories and whatnot, and the fact that it was 1,000 hours, and
Yeah.
I think it's a really neat idea. But anticipation anxiety, I definitely understand that. I think it's usually leading up to something that you have expectations of yourself for.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. Like you have to do something, whatever it is, even no matter how small. It's like you have to do it,
Mhm.
and that's what makes me anxious.
Do you get?
Like, I can't-
Do you worry about when
I'm not.
people judge you ever?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it depends on what setting. Like I don't know, on stream, anything I don't care because it's just I'm just trying here to like entertain and be crazy. But like if I'm like at my job, maybe
Yeah,
it depends.
that's a big. I think that's a big anxiety for me too. Is like not wanting to be disliked and stuff, especially at my job,
Yeah.
or just being like made fun of or like belittled or like humiliated and stuff. I know that's a big thing for people too. Like,
Well, like
because sometimes,
especially
yeah,
around people that you like can't escape from. Like people at your job are just gonna be there every day. So if
Yeah,
they
that's
once
kind of
they
what
know
school
something
is,
about you,
right? That's kind of
they
school is.
if they
Yeah.
don't, yeah, it's like school is, yeah. And you have to wait until the next freaking school year to get away from those people.
So
Well,
it's
as-
people that you see on the regular versus, John Doe from Colombia, judging you.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
online is different because like if somebody really starts to piss you off, like you just I don't know, block them on everything.
right. That's true. It's a little different online, so it's
If
like
it
easy
gets
to
that
just kinda,
bad.
right. So it's like
Yeah.
online versus IRL. It's like being judged IRL with people that you see every day, or online people that I can just kind of get rid of if I don't kind of want to interact
Yeah.
with them anymore. I understand.
Well, that makes it harder to be mean to people too, like IRL, right? Or troll
Yeah. Oh yeah,
someone.
absolutely,
Like you
absolutely.
could just be like,
Well, that's why
look
there's
at
way less
them
of those
or
kind of things
punch them
IRL
or
because you
something.
can actually
Like I
see
would
them.
totally punch you if I was
Ah!
like right there. I'm just saying, sometimes.
What the-
Sometimes.
What is this? You punch
I'm
me?
just- I'm waiting. I'm just waiting until
You waiting for the
Which one?
perfect moment to punch
him.
me?
You're just gonna punch the shit out of Kura?
Yeah.
What the
I just-
hell?
yeah, just.
Why does
just
everyone want to
like
beat
a-
me up? What did I do?
No, nothing. A
Unbelievable.
love punch, just like a
Yeah,
friendly
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it won't
yeah,
hurt too
yeah.
much.
Have you guys ever been in a fight before?
Definitely
me?
not, no.
Anyone?
I-
Have you guys ever been in a fight?
Right?
I've been in tons of fights actually.
What
What?
the?
Yeah.
Oh God! As
Whoa.
the
We
competitive
get a
gamer,
summary of, like, one of
ex-military,
Uh,
Really?
wanting to full-time stream Street Fighter.
I used
Jesus Christ! You live this whole undercover life that none of us know about, apparently.
Damn.
it's more like I never tell anyone because I really don't want to relive my past with
Understandable.
like when I got into fights and that's the one thing I
Mm.
noticed is like I want to move on and I push on towards like the brighter side of who I am because it's like when I was in middle school I got bullied to like shit. I
Right.
like people wanted to pick on me. I actually transferred out of my original middle school to a middle
Because of the
school
bullying?
in the hood. I went into like
Oh.
the middle of like the hood where there's everyone, there's gangs everywhere,
The
there's
hood.
kids like out here doing this, and it was like insane. Yeah. But I got in tons of fights and I made friends over that. Like the one thing is that if you get into fights,
You made friends over fights?
yeah, I made friends over fights.
Dude, if
I got
I'm
in a
fighting
fight with
someone and they like beat
now
the
he's
shit
my
out of me, I'm not
homie.
gonna be like, hey, let's go watch a
Aw.
movie. I'm not like that. Are you kidding me? What?
No, but like I like
Someone kicks your
me and
ass.
my-
Let's go watch Cars 2. It would be a great time, man. I got some popcorn.
Mhm.
You want some?
But I learned a lot after that because it's like I was like, people don't understand in kids, they're gonna like they judge you. Like, and that's the one thing, kids judge everyone.
Right.
I don't get that.
True, yeah.
I never understood that.
You gotta be the
But-
most judgmental. Anyone that's like teenagers too. Like teenagers are super
Yeah.
judgmental because they have like
Oh,
these
yeah.
like
Like, no
clicks and
reason.
expectations, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. But it was interesting. I got in a fight with this one guy and he's now like one of my closest friends and we talk about life and he talks about like he's a mechanic like down the street from where I live. He's a mechanic and he's like telling me it's like, yo, this dude just came in and he's like telling me like what I should be doing and I'm
Wait,
like
did you win or lose in your fight?
I
with him?
won every fight.
And
I
he
don't
wants
wanna-
to be
I
your
don't wanna-
friend? Dude, if
don't want-
you kicked my ass, listen, if you kicked my ass and I was working on your car, I would do everything in my power to sabotage the shit out of your car and make
Oh
you
my
pay
God.
so much more than you're supposed to. If I was your mechanic and you kicked my ass, I'm just saying. I can't believe that's crazy.
But it was a unique bonding experience because it's like it kind of relates to the meme where it's like men we'll hate each other for a minute and we argue and we'll punch each other and then 2 minutes later, yo, you want to get dinner?
Dude,
Yo, you want to go to the
Yeah.
movies? You want to watch
dude,
Batman?
can't relate.
Totally.
Can't relate. If someone kicks my ass, Jesus, I'm not actually. Who's paying? The loser or the winner?
There is something about fighting someone, like especially when I'm doing MMA, where you're
MMA's a little different, but like,
No,
what
I
about
know,
like?
yeah, like a
I'm
real
thinking street
fight.
fights here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still think
my-
it'd be cool to spar though with like your significant other or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like a great way of bonding as well. It's like, but here's the other thing. It's like when I get into fight, I see you looking at each other.
We're totally gonna fight out like when we meet. Anyway, go.
No, you're good. Well, when I was getting into fights, I never start the fight. never start the fight. I was like the innocent little kid walking around school, and then everyone
Yeah.
just wants to pick on me because I was chunky
Because you
at the
weren't doing
time.
Oh
anything. You were
Yeah, I
no.
just the
wasn't doing
kid. You were just
anything.
the innocent kid. They gotta pick on
Yeah,
someone who's not doing anything. Yo, do
yeah.
something, man.
Uh, but it was like there's always like different ways of like, you meet these people and then they understand who you really are and they're like, okay, never mind, like we'll back off now, we'll back off now. But I I can never recall losing a single fight in my entire life, and I don't
Wow.
fight anymore. I can say like the reason why I didn't lose a fight is because I had super high expectations because of my family. My dad was a huge athlete and he also did martial arts, including me and my grandfather.
Hmm.
My grandfather was actually an Olympian. He was a boxer for Vietnam and everything. So I live
Mm.
up to that standard where I'm like I can't lose a fight just like my grandfather, and I'm gonna keep that up. But now I don't fight. I'm not trying to do anything like that. And,
Hmm.
you know,
I know
I
someone else who
learned.
hasn't
I
lost a fight
grew.
before.
Hmm.
What do
Sweet
you
versus
mean?
Azzy fight when?
Sweet.
Let's
You
make
want to
it
see? You want to
happen.
smart?
VR
You want to
chat
smart?
boxing. Make
Pay-per-view.
it
Yeah,
happen.
we're gonna sell so many box tickets, so many pay-per-view tickets. What martial arts did you take? I took Taekwondo growing up.
I took multiple ones. The one I learned the most was Hung Gar and Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Those are the two that I
Oh,
studied.
Northern
I
Shaolin
technically
Kung
still
Fu. Are you
study.
ready for that, Sweet? We'll train you. Your diet starts
oh.
today.
I've
Protein
always
only.
what? I have to diet fudge. I've always been into Jeet Kune Do and stuff from
Hmm.
Bruce Lee. So,
Oh yeah,
but
I did.
Kung Fu. Wow,
Yeah,
interesting.
I did jujitsu at the end too, and then I did boxing for a time, and then moved out boxing because it was like it wasn't for me. It was like you're too down on the ground. You're only using your fist, and you have like
It's really
certain rules.
different. It's really
Yeah.
different by far.
Hmm.
I think MMA for me has always been something I've loved. I've loved kung fu movies. I've loved watching like any kind of random fighting scenes. I love fighting scenes. But it's like one of those things I've always like wanted to do, but just never did. I guess like when it comes like fighting, like
For
so like
sure, yeah.
I think
I stick
exercising
watching
now
it.
I'm like shadow boxing, and I feel like the man. I'm not gonna lie, and then I gas out for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
but but
I, yeah, I used to do stand up. So like Muay Thai, boxing, right? These are all stand
Yeah.
up, like arm's length striking. But
Yeah.
jujitsu
Exactly.
is interesting because you're like rolling with someone and you're like it's super intimate, kind of personal. And I was kind of scared to do that when I went to
Mhm.
the my last MMA gym. So I was like, no, thank you. But I don't know. It seems kind of. Would you guys do it? Would you like do a? It's almost like wrestling, but like even more
I think like
like.
I don't know. Like I don't know, Jax, you wanna weigh on this? You wanna weigh on this fighting thing?
Pass.
No,
Are you a fighter?
Pass.
not a fighting.
Pass.
Jack's like, let me be my anime girl, dude. I'd
Pass.
stream for 1,000 hours.
Yeah, no,
Let me just do that.
I stream as an anime girl.
That's all I do. I swear.
Yeah.
I'm
Wanna
not interested in
wrestle?
watching Cars 2. I swear.
Yeah, fuck sparring, fuck cars too.
Fuck Cars 2.
What's wrong with Cars?
I'm
I
not
haven't even
down.
seen it.
Well, here's the thing. When it comes to bonding and fighting, boxing is like the thing is why I don't understand where the bond comes from. The reason why fighters in boxing are like so like super chill with each other out because they're both making bank. They're like, yo, we just made so much money, dude. Let's freaking go. But then when it comes to like
Oh,
street
yeah.
fighting, I don't understand where the bromance comes from after. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if I got the shit kicked out of me, if I got humbled, I'd be like, oh, I gotta be ashamed. I don't want anything to do with that guy anymore. He just kicked my
Yeah.
ass. And if I kicked
sure.
somebody's ass, I still don't want anything to do with the man. I don't want to get sued or something. I don't want to go to jail
Yeah.
for like assault. So like I want to get away
They're
from
gonna
them
like
too.
hate me for the rest of the yeah,
Exactly. So like
no.
I don't know. I don't know how does that like form? How does that kind of bond form after you fight someone? How do you go from, punching him in the face to watching Cars 2?
I think
Dude,
for
a
for me, I
very
think it's
long
just the.
friendship.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like the respect that we have because it's like, for my generation, like a lot of us, like because I'm Gen Z, I'm born in '02. Um,
Sorry. Just
you're
threw up in
good.
my mouth a little bit. That's all. We're good.
And I think I clicked the. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling.
Sorry. I just
Okay.
a little bit of
Timing.
I had a hiccup.
Love it.
I had a hiccup. It's all good. Just a hiccup.
But
Anyway, child. I mean,
I think
Ezzy.
I
Sorry.
think
Stop.
I think overall it's like the respect that we have because we learn that we make mistakes and we forgive each other, and we want to change the ways that we did, and it's like you want to make the right decisions. It's good to change for the greater good.
Hmm.
And that's what I see. It's like we respect each other at the end because this guy won, I lost. I'm humble now. I understand like this guy's better than me, but you know at the same time you also have to talk to them as well. At the end of every fight, after like someone gets suspended, I actually, here's the funny thing. Every time I got in a fight, my school had cameras everywhere. Never
Mm.
got caught.
So you get to
once.
watch back your fights and be like,
No,
dude, I
I
hit that right hook so well. What do you think, my principal?
I think you're watching film. You're like,
What's the
oh
VAR?
yeah, I see what I did wrong.
Yo, you like that right hook? You like that?
Freaking bathroom camera. Like, what the heck?
Dude, if I was like one of the people working security, I would like save those films and then sell them like on like the student black market or
Oh
something.
my.
Because
Yo.
you have no idea when people. Well, I mean, you guys know that for sure. But when fights happen in high school, everyone and their mother wants to watch that shit. Everyone's like,
Oh,
"Bro,
yeah,
you got the video, you got the
100%.
video," and it's like they're like a 13-second clip of like half of their leg like on the corner, like kicking them, and they're like, "Oh my god, that was so sick! What a punch!" So.
Yeah.
Video cameras, but sorry, back to you about like the camera thing.
But for the camera thing, no one like they never got it on footage. They never got it like
You
a
fighting in the
single
blind
fight.
spot the whole time.
Yeah, I found like I don't know how I got lucky for that, and like
You gotta scout the
like,
hallways and look for the
plan.
blind spot. Like, yo, let's fight
oh yeah, 100%.
behind the left toilet, not the right one, the left toilet, that one.
Yeah, right here,
there in
right
that
here,
corner.
right here.
Do not step outside of that. All right. Boom, boom, boom,
Fight's
boom.
over. Fight's over.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't step over there. You like huddled this one corner of the room.
But it's I over time it's just more like we just come together. I come together and I just talk to them and I said, hey, like like they come up to me, they're like, I'm really sorry for what I did, and
Uh-huh.
like you kicked my ass that day, and I'm like, hey, no hard feelings. We're cool. Like I'm not trying to cause any problems with you, and then they're like, yeah, we're cool, we're chilling, and then
So is this before or after you
we're
get
on our way.
suspended?
This is after. No, this is after they get suspended because I never get
Oh,
suspended for
'cause-
some reason. I don't
So
know
was
how.
your body not in the frame then when you fought? Like,
No.
so you're off screen and he's just like punching the air. It's like you're getting suspended
Oh
for
my
fighting a
God.
shadow person.
No, it's not just that. I think it's because my dad, he comes in, he's like, "Where's my son?" And then he's like,
Holy. Oh
He's
my
like-
God.
I remember I got in a fight, and he comes in.
Where's my son?
It's like a
Where's
big
my
strong
son?
guy.
No,
I
Like, holy
believe it.
shit, we can't suspend that kid. Oh my God.
Oh my
no, he
God.
comes in and he's like, he looks at me, he's like, "Who do you fight?" And I point to the kid over there, and he's like, "Do you win?" I was like, "Yeah, I won."
Yes,
I won.
Daddy, I
won
won my
today.
fight.
Yes, Daddy.
Jesus.
That sounds
You better have fucking won.
Oh, actually, no. I understand. Because I also grew up in like a household of like, super like fend for yourself kind of thing, and kind of like be taught hard lessons, I guess. But I've never been I've never been in a fight. First off, I've never been in a fight before. But I feel like I've had plenty of situations that could have easily escalated into fights because I got bullied pretty hard when I was a kid. And like I've been in positions where I'm being shoved and whatever, or like like what are you gonna do about it? Was like, probably like the main thing like would happen. And it's kind of like when everyone says what are you gonna do about it, it's like insinuating into a fight, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never felt the reason to, even if I knew I was gonna get my ass kicked. Like I don't know. It was never like a way for me to like kind of solve my problems, I guess. Because I feel like it's a different place when you're fighting as the like bullied versus like the bully. It's like if you get into a fight with them, if they kick your ass, they're gonna laugh at you, right? They're gonna
Yeah.
laugh at you. There's no respect there. And if you kick their ass, they're gonna kick your ass tomorrow. It's like
Yeah.
there's no, I don't know. For me it was like a lose-lose. Like, do I get in a fight here and get suspended
Yeah,
and
it's like a slippery
get
slope.
shit on? It's like yeah, exactly. So it's like
Danger.
I think like for me it was never like a situation that I've like ever like been before. I don't know, or like ever want to put myself in, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not meant for everyone. Like not everyone is like able to handle it. Like my very first fight, I was like shaking at the end. Like I socked the kid, and I was like,
Yeah,
my
I feel like if I
hands were
punched him,
shaking,
I'd
couldn't
cry.
talk, and
I'd be like, are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, like
Are you good?
yeah. But I like over time I understood like I had to toughen up, and I went to a school that I had to toughen up, and I got used to it. And everyone at this school, they saw me, they respected me. Like you never will feel the same because like when you like for me when I went there, I was like walking around campus. They're like, yeah, that's the kid. That's the kid right there. Don't mess with him. Don't talk
Yeah.
to him.
That's the kid.
Um, but like at the same time, I was like, it feels weird to actually be in the fight for the first time because your mind actually clears up completely, and all you're focusing is the guy in front of you that is like trying to actually
I'm
beat
sure
the
even
shit
if it was
out
like
of
a
you.
crowd around, because
Yeah.
did you ever have like an area where like you'd fight? Because in my high school we have a really big high school, and across the street there was like this place called Smoker's Corner, and I used to go there all the time, like get high and whatnot. But people would fight on the other side of the fence, and there was like this underground like high school fight ring like league that like they had, and they would fight all the time, and they would have like these like ladders and whatnot. It was like you could literally film it, and it would have
Actual
made a
fight
great
club.
it was like an actual fight club. It was pretty much like people
Yeah.
would show up in like with like towels wrapped around their hands and whatnot, and like there was like teams and whatnot. Like they had like people who were like kind of like
I'm just
gang-
like
I guess they're
imagining
like
you
gangs.
guys like on the other side of this fence.
Yeah,
just
I was on
high
so
as
so it
hell.
went like
Whoa.
it was like a corner
Watching this
fence,
fight.
right? And I was on this side of the fence, but if you looked way a little bit deeper past the trees, there was this grassy knoll area, and that's where they would all fight. And it was right on
Yeah.
the other side of the school. And every time like a fight would happen or there'd be like a big gathering, they would always do this thing, or I guess the school staff would do this thing where they would have like gym teachers like standing at the corner and like act like they're like escorting people across the street or like kind of watching the street, but they're really there to like thwart the fight from happening, and no one would ever fight when they were there. But that was like, I guess like their way of like stopping it, because they can't
Yeah.
actually touch them because like they're on school property. I'm
Yeah.
assuming they can't do anything about it because they're all on school property, but it was like their way of like stopping them, I guess. And as an adult now, I know that they couldn't do anything about it, but it would be enough for people to stop fighting and stop like doing their thing. But did you ever like have like a freaking fight club? Was there anything like that in like a school near you? Or...
Not for my middle school, but like high school was like chill. I the last fight was in high school actually, but middle school it was weird because I like I mentioned I was in the hood, and there was like gangs everywhere. There was actually a huge gang fight. There was two rival gangs, and these gangs were actually like members from real outside gangs like MS-13. There was like the
Jesus.
hood, like the hard times and stuff like that, and they would come after each other. It was insane. And we actually had like SWAT team and police come onto campus multiple times because of those kids, because they would go into the field and they just start brawling at each other. It was insane.
So you have people like who like have been in and out of juvie like at your school. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah. Mhm.
That's crazy. That's
That is
crazy.
That's
I've
crazy.
never had that happen. I
Yeah.
think drugs were a really big thing where I lived, like, but not like violence, not like real violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
It was just mainly drugs, and like our school was actually nicknamed Heroin High. So it was
Oh
it was
my
it was
God.
really it was really a really
Holy-
bad drug problem in our school. Like I'm not even kidding when I say people were like literally doing drugs right in front of the school. It was so bad. It was like
Oh my
rampant, and like they had
God.
like flyers
That's
every other day, like
bonkers.
talking about like drug awareness and like if you see something, say something thing. It was like all over the
Yeah.
school all the time because it was so bad. Did you guys ever have like this reminds me? Did you guys ever have like a senior prank before? I'm like,
Yeah.
did you guys ever see a senior
I
prank?
never
at your
did
school?
one, but at my high school they did stuff
Yeah.
like that.
What'd they
I
do?
don't, nothing
my-
too crazy though. Oh, just like painting, just randomly vandalizing shit.
Paint. That's like
Yeah.
that's like nothing. That's
Yeah, that's nothing. I'm pretty
I-
sure like one year they like parked a car like somewhere in like a
okay.
hallway or something.
oh, that's
It was
Maybe
really,
like-
funny.
really weird. Yeah.
There are some
Maybe
good
like
access.
TP the
There are,
entire
if they have like an
school.
access point, they can do TP the whole school.
Yeah,
He-
like
Oh, yeah,
the,
TP
the,
happened
the
once, yeah.
halls, everything. There's like 2-story, like giant building, 2 or 3 stories, and they just threw it right over. And
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah,
Our,
It was
ours was
funny.
like so dumb. It was dumb, but it was hysterical. So basically, I used to go to a really big high school, and on the front side of the school, and like near the corner where everyone would like all the teachers would drop, where they kind of pull in, and there's like a student drop off area. There was like the auditorium. It was like the big gym. It was like the audio. There was like the auditorium. It was like a stage. It's like a stage gym. And on the roof, I drove in the school one day, and I look up and I see this black banner hanging from the top, and it's a giant penis. Like this, like it was huge, but they had drew it in like white paint. And I guess like the
Yeah.
front, when they made the tip, they like had to go indented a little bit, so it looked like a bone. It just looked like a giant bone hanging off the
Oh
side of the
my
building.
God.
It was so good. It was like the dumbest thing ever, and everyone was like looking at this like what is that?
Oh my.
It was like I don't know. It was really
That is
cringe,
so
but like
cringe,
it was a
yeah.
massive penis poorly drawn on like a black man. It was so stupid, and it was there a whole day.
Oh,
it
oh,
was
it was
great.
there.
It was
That's
it was
great.
so
That is
great.
great.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I like I'm not really like a pranker kind of person, but I like stupid pranks that are like just like you're
Oh, yeah,
really
it's just,
dumb.
like-
I don't know. I enjoy really
Yeah.
dumb things. Like I don't know, TPing is funny and all, but like I don't know, giant penis looks like a bone. That's kind of funny. Like I don't know. That's stuck with me since high school, and I haven't remembered anything in the books, but I remember that. So that's
Yes.
good.
Oh my God.
Did you ever
feel
ding
like
dong ditching? You ever done that before?
Yeah, I've done that multiple times.
That's like
I
that
did
was that's a good pastime.
Oh,
That's a good
man.
time.
But like,
I've never gotten into that kind of mischief. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a good person apparently.
I was.
Didn't
apparently.
fight.
That was
Just
boring.
play with your anime girls.
a good
Yeah.
Jax.
My anime girl
Jaxie
figures.
waxy.
I don't know. It was fine. I didn't really I didn't smoke or drink or anything either until I got into college.
Really?
I didn't drink
Yeah.
until my last year of high school prom. Must say that's the first time I ever drank, and that's when I discovered I had Asian glow, and I was like, "Why am I dying? Why am I red and everyone else is like totally fine?" Do you guys know what Asian
Why
glow
am I
is?
red?
So if you don't know what Asian glow is, and you might know, maybe you do. Southeast Asians have
yeah, I'm bit.
Southeast Asian and Irish people have I think it's like 82% of them or something like that, lack a particular ability to digest a specific enzyme in alcohol, which essentially makes alcohol a poison to them because it doesn't our bodies don't break down alcohol properly. And it basically allows alcohol to enter our bloodstream in a much more potent way than it would regular people. So when we drink like a shot or two of vodka, we'll start to glow red. It's because our body's heating up because it wants to get this out of our system. Because when you get a fever,
my
you know, you get like
Yeah.
a fever, and it wants to, that's how it's your body breaking down whatever is attacking it.
Oh, so
Um,
that's like actually like a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a real thing. No, it's a real thing. But basically it causes us to get really drunk really easily. And
Yeah.
it looks like we're dying. I've been cut off at multiple bars because of how bad my Asian flush has gotten. Like I'll get
my
like
God.
rashes, like these spotty rashes all over my body. And like if you were to like, I guess like I used to stream like drinking a lot, and like my BPM will get up to like cardio level because it was so like bad. And
Damn.
I think that's part of the reason why I don't drink a lot is because I hate that feeling, and a lot of, and the thing is like with the after effects, because your body is working so unbelievably hard to like get this out of your system and like kind of work through it. Once you stop drinking, your hangover kicks in instantly. So you get a massive
Oh.
headache, like you start to
Oof,
get
that
really
sucks so
tired, like
much.
everything hurts because like
Yeah.
your body is just pumping blood so unbelievably hard for like 2 hours. So I don't know. That's just that's my experience with Asian flush, but it's very not good for me to drink. It makes me like 12 times more likely to be to get like kidney cancer, I think is what it is. So I have to like be kind of careful of like how much I drink. But I've done a lot of research on it, and it's because I was so confused when it first happened. I had no idea what it was, and my friends were like, "I don't know what that is either," because they were good people too. They didn't drink, so they had no idea what it was happening to me either. They'd almost like dying. I was like, "I don't know what's happening to me. I'm just having a beer, man. I'm transforming. Help me. Hulking out." Do you have Asian flush?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
does it get bad
I
for you?
found out when I wait, say again?
Does it get bad for you?
Not too bad. For me back in school, I was like I did all that shit back in school. But it's more like I got caught. I got caught by my dad because I stole I stole an entire bottle of Jack Daniels, and I put it in my room. And I was like drinking it. I walked outside and
God.
he was like, "Why the hell are you red?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just did a workout. I just did a workout." He's like,
We
"No,
need to
I
do
know you ain't doing workouts
Nah.
when you're gaming 24/7 in
Where's
there."
my jacket?
Yeah. God.
God.
I think it's like the worst thing you
Um,
could do is like doing any kind of exercise while you're drunk. That's gotta suck. That's like
Oh,
the
man.
absolute worst thing to do. Is
that
like
is the
any kind of
worst.
physical activity.
It is. Can confirm. One time I did 100 squats for some reason. and I regretted it for like 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Oh, you were drunk?
Yeah, I was super drunk. I was so
Oh
drunk.
no.
I just did 100 squats because
Yeah, your
somebody said
body
do
can't
it.
like feel anything, so it's like it's so
Yeah.
freaking difficult.
And I popped off, and then I didn't pop off for like the next 2 weeks. So
Yeah, no,
I don't recommend it.
we need to do a drinking episode where we like just get really drunk on the show.
Oh my god.
We'll have to do it sometime
Oh.
where it's like a 10 o'clock show on like a Friday or whatever, and we just like
I'm
absolutely
down.
hammered. That would be really
Oh,
fun.
nice decisions.
We do like some sort of drinking game podcast thing where it's like I don't know. We'll figure something out. I think it's gonna be a good idea for the future for sure.
Yeah,
I just instantly thought about that. I guess when we got into the topic.
let's get it. Yeah, dancing
please.
helps because I usually drink and dance, and the more I dance, the more I, get
can't
sober.
do that.
That's
I
like,
can't.
Yeah.
If
Going
I'm
on
drunk,
Yeah,
I'm done.
You like sweat up
I'm
off it,
tapped
right?
out for the day, man.
Yeah,
I
I think
can't
so.
move.
Yeah. Like when I stream and I'm drinking, like dancing around and stuff helps a lot actually, because it keeps me like it helps you endure, like keep streaming
Mhm.
because you're sweating it
Yeah.
out. So
Do you ever feel like
Right.
do you ever feel like completely I don't know I don't know if it's just me, but like when I drink, I'm still completely aware of what I'm doing. I've never been like
Yeah.
I guess like
well,
I don't want to
Yeah,
say
it's
I'm
cool.
aware. I might not
Well.
be doing all right, okay, listen. I might not be doing what I think I'm doing, but I'm aware. I'm aware of
there's
what
a
I do.
cutoff point. There's definitely a cutoff point where suddenly, like the next day, I'll wake up and be like, okay, I remember up until this point, and then apparently I was still conscious doing stuff at this point, and I
Uh-huh.
don't remember any of that.
Yeah,
So,
that's that.
there's
That
there's
it's like
a cutoff.
I don't know. It's like you're partially aware at some point, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I've never been like one of those people like blackout when I drink. I don't know. You
Yeah, it's like
pass
a-
the f out. When I say when you
Yeah.
drink, you freaking die.
Yeah, well, it's weird because I don't feel like I'm like gonna pass out. Like I feel like I'm fine, like still in control,
Mhm.
and like I'm just like having a good time, feeling good. And then I'll like wake up and it'll be like fucking 4 a.m. and be like, "Bro, you're back!" And I'll be like, "What happened?" Like I was like fine.
Yeah. Oh, you're back. Rally.
I'll be, like, super
Rally.
tired.
Road trip.
It's time
That's why I
to
get so
rally.
mad. Like I get mad whenever I wake up like that
Mhm.
because I don't know like why I'm like here. Where am I?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you know
I
what
don't know. You when you drink, you kind of you seem to be pretty like aware. I don't know when you drink. I feel like
Yeah,
every
I
time
get
I've drinking
really
with you, you've
tired.
been pretty.
Do you have
alright, but then you
a
start to get really
story
tired.
like a? You have like an embarrassing story from drinking, like worst night?
Let me think. So I used to,
'Cause I have one.
I used to go to these. Well, you tell yours first. You tell yours first. Let's hear it.
Like probably out myself. Well, one time I was studying for like a math test, like my final math test for like linear algebra, and like this dude was like, "Yo, bro, I think we aced that. Let's go out and drink." And so like that was the first time I had tequila. We freaking drank and drank and drank. I woke up. I was in my ex's old apartment, and I was I was half naked.
Ah!
I had my pants on.
Pass the banana. Pass the banana.
Yeah, God.
Oh no!
All the amber lamps.
Monka
I was,
W.
like
Monka
in the
W.
bathtub,
Monka
I guess
W.
somehow, and like the worst part though is I woke up and it was like there was a paramedic like standing right there. Yeah,
Huh?
and like they had called. So this is how they found me. Okay, the
What
tenant.
found you?
This is how they
Found.
found me. 'cause
You were
Yes,
lost.
yes.
Wait a second.
It was in my ex's old apartment. The owner
like
of the
a loan?
apartments was showing the loan was showing because I had the key, the old key to her apartment, even though she moved out.
What
They
the
didn't change the locks.
fuck?
The owner was showing like a new tenant like around, and they found me in the bathroom
No.
out my
Oh
pants.
my god.
Oh
Called
my
911.
god.
Paramedics
Holy
came.
shit.
My ex came. Well, my ex's friend came back because my ex was on travel,
No.
and they thought I was dead. Like when
Oh my
they pulled up
god.
and they saw like all these
Bro.
trucks there, and like so the paramedic was like, they were like, "Oh, fudge. Do you want to ride to the hospital?" And like my friend's like, don't take that, because that's like a $300-$400, you know.
300, 400. No. That's that's $3,000 down the
$1,000?
drain
Is
for
it?
That's like
me.
that's in the
Is
grand.
Yeah,
it?
that's 3 grand.
God,
That's
because they
great.
would have had put me on IV and all that kind of random.
No.
Ambulance,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
ambulance rides are
Cringe.
really expensive.
So
Holy.
I said no, and thankfully my ex's friends took me back to the apartment. They like forced me to drink water, and
Yeah.
I never
God.
told my
That's a
my
crazy
parents.
story.
I never told
I
them.
got one, but it's
Crazy
not
story.
it's not drinking. It's with It's weed. It's not like
But I
it's
did pay
it's
the paramedic bill. Like the bill for the hospital like billed me, and I was like,
good.
"Fuck, I'm gonna get."
Good.
That's where the $300 or
Bro.
so it was. It
So
was
I
crazy.
I used to smoke weed like a lot, like when I was younger. But obviously being like a 17-year-old kid, I can't be smoking weed in my house with my dad, who's a freaking CEO, around, right? So my buddy Chris and I, we'd like go smoke at his house, or we'd smoke like at the mall. But there was one problem that came with smoking, is that the smoke would stick to our clothes. So if if you got high, it'd be really obvious that you're high as hell. So there's this mall we go to. It's the Ocean County Mall. It's not there anymore, unfortunately, but it's this Ocean County Mall, and next to the mall is this wooded area, like way back in the corner. And it was like across the street where like the main road was to get to the mall. But we would all go smoke over there. Now, because we didn't want to stick to our clothes, Chris had this great idea. I don't know if he was just really high or if he was like hinting at something with me, but he's like, "Hey, why don't we take our clothes off? The smoke won't stick to our body."
Naked.
And he's like, and I was like, it's a great idea. so
Right.
so we're so we're in the woods, and we take all our clothes off, we hang them on the trees and everything, right? And we're like butt ass naked. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it also gets in your hair too. So when you blow the smoke, you have to like blow upwards and like blow it away." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh
point."
my, the desperation.
So we're smoking weed, and we're like, we're smoking weed. We're naked, and we're like blowing the air like up in the sky and stuff like that. And we hear these girls laughing in the trail that leads to where we were standing.
Oh my!
There was 3 of them, and they were walking, and they look over at us, and they see us butt-ass naked smoking weed with their clothes hanging up. And I just like looked over at them.
You're kidding me.
All they did was laugh and kept walking. Wasn't that bad? Like they laughed and kept walking, but Chris and I vowed that day, like we were like, we can never talk about this. It was yeah, it was the worst.
That never happened.
By far, and the fact that we were high at the time too, like I didn't know if it was real. I was confused if like legitimately like this is actually happening. Like this actually is happening. There's people right there. Like I was like completely confused if we were like still like aware it was what was going on. But yeah, we got to put our clothes back on and went to Applebee's. But that's the
Another
thank you
close
for
off
that.
story.
yeah. Why are all these stories of getting freaking naked, man? Who's the banana?
Where's the banana now?
Yeah, I'll hold half of it.
Oh god. All right. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to add in. We're getting close to wrapping up here in a little bit. You guys have any stories to share when you're drunk or high? Azzy, you got something?
No, I don't. I didn't. I got like, it's me just getting high and then getting in fights again.
Why are you always fighting, man?
We always fight.
It's not me. It's my friend.
You gotta make a promise never to punch someone again, man.
I already vowed not to do it, but it's more like because my friend he was like yo so me and my buddies let's start from the beginning. Me and my buddies, like four Hispanic kids, 2 Asian kids, me and my other friend.
Mm-hmm.
We go across this other neighborhood and we took like 5 fire extinguishers. We took 5 fire extinguishers that night and walked over to our complex.
From houses?
Yeah, from this apartment complex. Yeah,
from the apartment complex.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Do you take them off the wall?
Yeah. I don't know how he did it. I wasn't there. I was at home eating pizza at the time.
Jesus.
But he took 5 fire extinguishers, went over. He's like, "All right, we're gonna go have a battle in this little like parking lot." We like battled. We went out and started fighting each other. Then one of my buddies, he's high, and he comes up to me. He's like, "You know what? I don't like you. Like you've been really upset. Like you made me upset today, and you took my fire." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay," and at the time I was like really just buzzed out. I was buzzed. I didn't feel great. I was just dealing it. I was just like, I'm out of it. He shoves me down to the ground and he's pushing me towards the pool to try to drown me, right? I flipped this kid over and I did like a triangle on him from jiu-jitsu, and then like he was like he couldn't even breathe at the time. And he was like tapping and tapping.
Is this a story about how you killed a man? Wait a second, I thought a story about taking fire extinguishers and maybe like shooting each other naked or something. But this is gonna be like some story about you killing someone. Wait a second.
From taxes to like killing.
You went from taxes to freaking stone cold murder.
Oh all the turntables.
Jesus.
I promise I'm not bad. I promise.
Hey, well, if anything I learned today is don't judge a book by its cover. I did not see you as somebody who'd be like freaking fighting people, man. I thought you were just
well,
like this like kind little Asian kid, and I'm just like, man, what happened? Jax, I know you got
Then
something. I know you got something.
What, like a crazy story?
Yeah, you have to have something, right?
Oh, not off the top of my head. I don't know. Shit.
Did were you one of those
I'd have
people
to
where
think about
VR
it.
turned you into what you are now, and you haven't always been
No,
like
no,
this?
no, 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 no.
nah.
No. Once I got into college, people were like, "Yo, you want to do some crazy shit?" And I was like, "Okay." Parents aren't around. Fuck it. But I can't freaking remember off the top of my head. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like if it was a good enough story, you don't remember it.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
If it's a good
Exactly.
enough story,
Yeah.
you don't remember it. All right. I think we're gonna wrap the show here. We'll move into the ending area. So this is for anybody that is new to the show. At the end of the show, we always do a little Q&A. So if anyone in chat has any questions for any of our boys here, we have Blackjacks, Azzy, myself, and Sweet. You can just put their name and then go ahead and type your question up, and I'll read the questions out loud. But Azzy, Jax, thank you so much for coming back on the show, Jax. And
Absolutely.
Azzy, how was your first time on the show? How you feel?
It was great. I had a lot of fun. I was excited. I stayed up for this, bro.
Hell
Yeah. What's your sleep schedule like right now?
3 a.m. waking up at like 10. That's
Waking
like
up
what
at
I do
10?
all the time. Yeah, 10 a.m.
I don't know.
10 a.m. on
I
the
feel like ever since I
Tuesday.
fixed my sleep schedule, like I'm just like I feel so much better. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to start
everything is
doing
just
that.
feels awesome. Like I'm looking forward to things like much more positive energy. I'm just I don't know, feeling a lot better about everything. I think it's like a combination of like a diet and the fact that I'm also like, you know, working out and sleeping better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
For
boys
sure.
in chat, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and put anyone's name in and then leave a question, whatever you want. You guys ask us anything. It's a full-on AMA. It could be personal questions, whatever. As long as it's not like penis size and it's all good, you can just throw it in, and we'll be free to answer it. Then after that, we'll wrap it on up. Kuro, you're here for your podcast extended warranty. How does it feel to tell stories and listen to them? What? My brain.
Oh,
When are you finally naming the banana? We already named the banana. It's the no ERP banana. So the banana now represents anyone who brings up anything lewd. They have to suck. I mean, they have to keep the banana near them. So
No. You
Nothing.
keeping that
It's
banana
there.
right there. You keep it there.
have to suck the
Keep
head.
it there. Good.
it's back
Like
to
a
the crawfish
crawfish.
again.
Does it have
Crawfish.
GPS?
Yeah, it is the no ERP banana. I don't know what to name him. I don't know if we'll ever name him. Maybe we'll just
Crawfish.
what?
Crawfish.
Is we're gonna
Because you
call
have
him
Crawfish? Call it crawfish?
Crawfish.
Well, no, we'll call him has to be related to like bananas. Well, think about
Jimmy? Does Jimmy?
wait a second. Okay, let's see. If you were Kuro, if you were to take Sweet anywhere in the world, this is from Ninkasi. Kuro, if you were to take Sweet anywhere in the world, where would you go? I would take Sweet to Just Debut dance competition. I
Oh,
would take
yo,
you
that'd be
there.
fire.
Or I would take you to a World of Dance show. Either one of those, but I'd make sure that people that you liked were there. Like people that you actually want to see. So yeah, that's what I'd take Sweet.
would
I'll probably
take you to Macau.
somewhere in France. Somewhere in France for sure. But definitely like a it has to be related to dance. There has to be some sort of dance competition that I want to take them to like go watch. Because I've always wanted to go. Personally, I wanted to go watch live dancing, at a show. But I know Sweet obviously would kill for that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
So this is for Sweet. It's from Lord. Sweet, I keep hearing this DPS term. What does it mean?
It means Department of Public Safety.
Yes,
Damn, it's per
that's
second.
all, and that's the only thing it means. Nothing else.
God.
Okay, Azzy, this is for you. This is from MP. He says, whenever I get a full body haptic vest, can Azzy put me in a triangle chokehold? Sometime, I
go-
guess.
Yeah, why not? It'd be great content.
Jax, for you. This is from MP. Jax, are you going to be doing anything at the end of your 1K hour stream?
I didn't plan anything. I'll be at the shelter club though, partying. So I'll just be drunk and be like, "Yo, cheers!" Though probably. and then I'm not gonna end right then and there. I'll probably keep going and then sleep. the
Really?
next
You're gonna
day.
keep going? This man,
No, I'm gonna.
dude, this
I'm gonna end.
motherfucker, this motherfucker. Dude.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna stream till Monday.
I'm gonna
and then
keep
Monday
streaming.
morning, I'm gonna end.
What am I gonna do when I end stream? I'm gonna stream.
Stream again.
Kuro,
I
this
just
is
want.
from
I want.
Front.
I don't know. I like the rounding off the time.
This is from Front. Kuro, this may be a weird question for you, but this is for all of you. If you were in a war, what would you do? Wanna go first?
oh, fudge. In a war?
Like, I imagine like a job, like any kind of like job that's in a war, like in some sort of combat.
Man, that's tough because I don't like war very much. But there's not much you can do sometimes if you're supporting like your own family. So it's a tough question.
Mhm.
I would try to. I feel like I would try to join a resistance of
Like
some
guerrilla
sort
warfare kind
against
of
it.
feeling, like super like
Kind of
makeshift
like
thing.
what's
I like the
going
idea of
on
that
in,
too.
in Russia.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it, but I'm not sure if I, if you have like a kid or something, or like we're gonna kill your family if you don't, or you if you don't comply with
Me?
the wars. and stuff. Yeah,
We know who your
yes,
boyfriend is. He's that white-haired anime kid, isn't he?
No. Freaking VRChat war. Oh
What
no.
about you, Jax? What are you
Your
doing?
chat war.
If you're in a war, what are you
Huh?
doing? What are you doing?
Leaving.
I'm playing the
Gone.
leave position. I'll be a leaver.
Yeah, see ya. I'll go
He's
Nice.
he's MIA for a month.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
hide, like early or something. Yeah,
What about you,
it's all
Azzy?
good.
I would do.
I guess you already considered it, huh?
I would be doing pararescue in the Air Force, or probably
Okay.
do Army officer. That's about it.
Oh,
I've always liked the
yeah.
idea of drones. I think AI technology when it comes to warfare is going to be the future. It will happen. It's inevitable.
Yeah,
So I love
probably.
the idea of AI. So I want to be able to control like a drone. That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. That sounds really interesting and honestly like super safe. So yeah, thank you for the question. This is from Westbest. Have you guys tried IK 2.0? If so, how is it? Is the viewpoint drift much at all? I have not tried it.
I'm on it right now.
I am too. It's good. I can't wait to try out the shoulders
Is
and
there
the
any
elbows with one
viewpoint
tracker.
drift? I don't know what it means by
Doesn't
viewpoint
matter.
drift, but is there any
can, like-
viewpoint drift?
Well, there is if you have it locked to your hip. So they added like different
Right.
locking mechanisms. So like I can change it right now. If I change it to lock on my head, my hip will move as I move my head. So my eyes don't
yeah.
clip into my like boobs anymore, which is cool.
Okay.
But like my legs will like drift away from what they actually are.
Oh, that's how it used to be way back in
Yeah.
the day. Like way back in VRChat where you move your head and your body would move with it. Is
Yeah,
that kind of?
my
Oh
body's
my
moving,
god,
yeah.
that is
But you can lock
old
to both,
IK.
Yeah.
You can lock to both. And
Holy.
it's really uncomfortable looking.
Oh,
Like it looks
okay.
like
Yeah.
weird.
Because your neck will
Yeah.
do whatever it
neck
needs
is
to
like-
do.
I see it.
Mm.
That's
like-
like,
You see like how it looks like.
yeah.
I don't know. It's too much locking to both. So I usually keep it locked on just the
You
hip.
look hysterical right now. There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah,
There
it
you
looks
go.
so bad.
you look.
looks really bad.
Draped
Certain
over.
mod I may have seen before.
Yeah, I've
But
not
if I'm
used the IK
sitting-
2.0.
If I'm like
before.
sitting or like in bed or something, I'll set it to head IK. I'll just change it like in real time, and then like, if I'm standing, then I'll set it back to hip.
Wow, okay, all right.
Mhm.
All right. We'll do one more.
good, though.
We'll do one more question. We got one more question, and we'll wrap it on up. We still got like 2 more minutes. So, if anyone has any more questions, we could put their name, put anyone's name down. Again, Azzy, Jax, myself, or Sweet. It's from Lord. How often do you go find new people in public worlds? At everyone. So when I go to public worlds, I mainly just go to sleep. It sounds kind of dumb, but like I enjoy. Well, I enjoy company, right? I enjoy company, but I like don't want to be around. I don't want to talk. I don't want to like I don't want to do anything with people. I just want to be there and like listen to like random conversations around me, I guess. So I'll like go to like Wolfie's Hangout and sleep, or I'll go to like Automata Flowers and I'll just kind of lay there and sleep. But as far as like going to publics in general, I don't usually. I'm usually in a world by myself or like with like 1 or 2 people, just like watching a movie or whatever. So really sweet.
I like going to different, like, FBT Haven or just H Club or something, and then just dancing in front of a mirror but being mute,
Oh
then
yeah, that's really
dancing
fun.
like
I agree.
dancing like
Mhm.
kind of schmexy or
'Cause
something.
you'd be like,
Yeah,
dang, like who
yeah,
is that? And you'd be like,
yeah. I'm just like,
"Sheesh." Yeah.
oh, you don't know me? They're like, oh, she's on
Yeah.
Twitch. No, no,
Yeah.
but
No, they don't
but then if
know.
it gets too weird, I like leave immediately or
Oh
something.
yeah.
But I'll never talk.
Well,
or
sometimes they'll get
anything.
up on top of you and start dancing like right next to you, and they'll keep dancing, and that's when it gets pretty fun.
Yeah,
Then it turns like a mini mirror cipher kind of thing.
that's cool. That's what I
Yeah,
used to do. Very first, like when I
that'll
first joined
happen.
VRC, go to public void and like just dance with people. You don't have to talk or anything.
Right.
Yep.
And like, yeah, that's how I
Yeah,
started.
I like
What
doing
about
that
you,
too, just
Jax?
dancing in front of a mirror. Yeah, I mean every once in a while. I haven't really gone to public since doing this stream, so it's been a while. But every once in a while, like on a Friday or Saturday or something, I'll like get drunk and just hop around and like just talk to random people,
Yeah.
which makes for really good conversations, and I'll make friends that way. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, here and there, I'll do that. Yeah, I made a lot of friends that way.
Pretty much I go into worlds time to time with my friends, and I'll meet like other people from the community because like I have multiple friend groups, and I'll just like meet their friends and then their friends, and then that's how I just like find different people over time. I
Right.
don't really go into public worlds often is because the fear of also getting my avatar ripped, and that's the
We
other
talked about
thing.
that last week. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think we had like a good
Like,
like 45-minute conversation about avatar ripping last week.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I'm dead.
that's okay. I feel that.
I think it's unavoidable,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
don't worry about it too much.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up here. Thank you guys again for being here. Thank you, Sweet. Thank you, Jax, Azzy. Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank
you
If
so
you guys would
much
check
for
them
having
out,
us.
if someone could shout out both of them, that mean a lot to me. Exclamation point shout out, and then at Blackjacks VR, and then at Azzy VR, that mean a ton to me. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your days. We'll close out the show here with a little outro. Thank you again, guys, so much for being here. Have a great rest of your evenings.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.